a smoking disease.
What?
You gotta get it from the back of the throat. Come kiss Uncle Ernie.
Alright guys, you're weird. But you're also leaving Brunnogardt and heading kind of towards the northeast road.
Northeast road.
Yes.
As you guys have so intelligently decided to head to Dornmura, the place that nobody has managed to escape from in over 100 years.
Yay!
People aren't sure if they're still alive.
How do you get a sound plan? I mean, no one actually told us that, so it's not like we know.
There's folk tales about it.
Oh.
They say almost everything has happened in Dornmura.
But there's treasure.
All everyone really knows is that there's a huge, basically carnivorous forest surrounding it.
How'd you do that? Yay!
And, yeah.
Yeah,
that's why people don't go in there very often. Although there's talk of the Emperor doing something about it, but it's not sure what he can do about it. Perhaps they're making demands that he do that. The road is quite long, we're going to do a lot of skipping and stuff. Warren has decided to travel ahead of you guys for a while.
Okay.
You know, doing that whole ranger thing.
Make sure the path
Whatever
is
it is those rangers do.
Scouting, searching, maybe getting some space from this whole madhouse.
It'll be the first courageous act he's done in a while, it seems. He's always holding back.
I think that's just how Warren do.
Probably more about avoiding us than anything else.
Yeah.
I can't blame him. Alright, as you guys sort of head out, you join yourselves with maybe a small caravan or two. Safety in numbers, of course. You don't know any of them and just sort of walk with you. As you're going, perception. Yeah. No. You guys don't see anything. That's
what? Okay. My passive perception is so high.
What is it again?
16?
Yeah, not high enough. Oh well.
Never again.
Oh well.
For what?
Still the highest.
What are you talking about? I didn't perceive it.
Oh ho ho ho.
As you were starting to go through, the road sort of diverges a bunch, and you're sort of on your own now. You know, the group you were with kind of branches off.
Or us.
Bye.
Because they're not going closer to Dornmura. They think that's insane.
What? Insane.
They'll be crazy.
They think you're gonna die. But you start to encounter problems as, you start to, see less and less civilization. There is on your map, Kill, a small village name that you don't know how to read, but it looks like a village, like the other villages do, But as you get closer to where that should be...
I think I'll just cast, what is that spell?
I think I'll do that one.
Comprehend languages just as a ritual, just kind of... Can I look at your map?
Hold on, Greg's gonna open it up because he's got cartography as his skill, so,
this isn't my possession, so you definitely have to ask in-game. Everybody's just reaching for
Grog looks at the thing in-game. I'm gonna roll for that.
You're gonna ask in-game to see it.
Well,
You just look over my shoulder as I'm holding it up.
And mappy things.
yeah, I can probably read that. Can I read that?
Yes, please.
And then I'm gonna... It'll take a little bit, and then I cast Comprehend Languages as a ritual.
Okay. Takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should put out my thing.
You guys begin to,
Oh no.
Well, actually, hold on. You read, the letter's a bit off, but, it seems to say in debased kind of old script. Like, you're not sure. Would you know what language it's in if you can read it?
I don't think I can know what language.
Yep, you don't know what language it's in?
I just can suddenly read it.
Is that it's supposed to say vineyard. It has symbols that none of you can read.
Oh, but they convey vineyard, okay.
when he uses magic to discern their meaning, that's what it means.
Okay.
Literally, that's like the exact translation, by the way. You don't get the actual, like, intended translation or the details. You just get the exact translation.
Well, yeah, this place is called Vineyard, I guess.
Huh.
Okay.
I like wine.
Good to know.
Yeah.
But as you guys get closer, you notice it was a village at one point. Now it's just a bunch of derelict huts and houses that are basically falling apart.
Okay, so is there anything else that we can see in this village?
You can see... Give me a perception check.
Alright. That would have been an 18.
Alright, that's good enough.
Can't imagine what you're doing.
You see... People here do not leave peaceably. Some of them. There's a couple bones in some of the houses still.
How small is this village?
A couple hundred houses
Okay.
scattered around.
The guy's
Maybe.
bones.
So actually quite big.
Not really that big. It's a hamlet.
Okay.
So maybe about 100 families lived in the area.
Smash many things.
More
Smash the
the
houses.
idea.
Okay.
He won't smash their bones.
He does not.
You're not gonna smash the bones?
No.
Can I check for treasured items?
You can absolutely do
Treasures.
so. Roll investigation.
I shall roll investigation. What's my... Oh, that's a nat 20.
Not bad, not bad. Just looking around, you find, spare coins scattered around that haven't been picked up. Counts about 10 gold total.
Cool.
Some of them are pretty deeply buried in mud or beneath bones or, in wreckage. So people weren't really searching them very thoroughly.
Definitely.
You also find a small necklace. It's not very expensive or shiny, but it does have a small black eye symbol on it.
Cool.
Amongst the bones, do we see any sources of what could cause their death?
Not really. There are bite marks. There are claw marks. But those could be like. You find like occasionally you find like rats and stuff around that have chewed on them and done stuff. So it's really hard to tell anymore. They've been here a while.
Alright. Any sign of any life around, or?
No.
Okay.
It seems super dead for humans. And oddly enough, the town's sort of, their rooms, their monoliths, and all their things are still up.
So it's still protected from craziness?
It still has sort of the magic kind of warding that you would expect in a normal town in Xenia.
Do any of them look damaged?
Nope. They all look pristine.
Wow.
Or at least they look dusty, but they are very, they don't look like anything injured or hurt them at all. They just look like no one's here anymore because they all died.
Well, Grog's gonna go and explore the city. Just meander around. Anyone else coming?
I don't know. This place kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I already picked up treasures, so I feel like for my character, I don't understand why we would stay.
I get that feeling something really bad happened here, and I don't think I want to stick around to find out what it was.
What gave you that idea? Was it the bones or the houses?
Alright. Okay.
If you're gonna look around, I might trail behind you
Okay, yeah, Grog just wants to
to see if there's any more
see if
treasure.
there's anything interesting, crazy.
Okay.
Is there a well? We like wells.
There's a well. It's a prominent town one. It still has some amount of water in it.
Okay.
The well's still fine.
Anything visible at the bottom?
Not really. It's a deep well.
Alright.
These things can go down 40, 50 feet, and most of that's water. It's pretty well stocked.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm out of ideas too, then. We can keep going if you
Out,
want.
man.
Does the trail keep going past the city?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You guys have to meander through it a bit, but yeah, as you guys keep going, you eventually reach the other end of the city. It's very...
The town, the village.
It's
The
less of
hamlet.
it's less of
Hamlet.
even a village, man. This thing is just a whole bunch of houses in a big cluster.
Hamlet.
Complex.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, I think I'm just gonna keep meandering through the city then.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to go around.
Roll me an investigation check then,
Oh, okay.
since you seem to be searching around and Ku's
Can I
already
do
done
it?
her search.
Oh.
Investigation is 6.
That's not very good. You don't really
Rob
find
does not
anything
see
new. You find a couple more bones.
It's a
You
bit.
find an incredibly smashed building.
Okay.
You know.
Smash buildings. Grog respects that.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Whoever smashed that building has Grog's respect.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything anyone else wants to do in this hamlet before they pass on to the other side?
I can't think of anything else. I don't see anything else.
It'll be okay. It's kind of giving me the jimmies. I mean, Q's already looted. There's not much left of this with coins. I've got 1,090
You have a
of them, I
lot.
don't think.
You do have a lot.
I got
Don't
plenty.
have as many as me.
Well, it's because I spent them on a Mastiff.
Oh, fair. I haven't spent anything yet.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I
wow.
think
Yeah,
I'm trying
let's
to
keep
get out of here.
meandering through the city then.
Alright.
The village, hamlet.
I assume we're just gonna cut through the
We're cutting
hamlet.
through, yeah, I'm cutting through. That's what I'm doing.
We're just trampling the buildings.
Are we in a line or clustered in a group? Because that might be important.
like right next to you because I'd be like, this place is creeping
I'm
me
pretty
out.
sure Grog is unconcerned about the formation that we're in and is just straying through. And
So you're in front.
Taking the
You
lead,
can rearrange yourself however you want.
and wherever Naki wants to be.
Look
I'm
at
just
that, look at
walking.
that confident pose that he's
I'm
got.
gonna-
That spread his legs, you know, he's really...
I'm probably playing I Spy with someone. Who wants to play I Spy with
The
me?
only one that you play, I
You play
suppose.
Nakia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm playing I Spy with Nakia.
I'll just be
I
like,
spy some bones.
I'm just here to keep you guys entertained with my muscle.
Those bones.
I spy.
I think you
Some
forgot how
bricks.
to play I Spy.
All right. So you guys go on the other side of the town. Move on. But as you're leaving town, you know, things get less and less hamlety and towny and, you know, sort of derelict ruins. And you start to encounter more intentional structures as you start to leave more and more of the ward boundaries. You know, just piles of sticks. You see small, like, huts built. And as you're going, you begin to kind of hear noises.
Where are they coming from?
Up ahead.
Up ahead and by
Sort
those
of all around
huts?
you, too.
What kind of noises?
Yeah, can we
Is that,
do some
is
kind of
that
knowledge
given,
check to
or
find
is
out what they
that
are?
Gonna be a roll to figure out.
It would probably be a roll to try to identify like the specific thing that would make that noise.
What,
Yes,
what
that's
would
the
be,
roll I want.
Oops, sorry.
Survival
Survival.
or nature.
Oh no!
15?
Survival or nature, make your pick.
I'm doing nature.
I'm doing survival.
That is still just a 9.
I can't get it out.
15?
Survival's one of his skills.
Yeah. So,
I got 20. Wait, 19.
okay. So, Nakia and Grog, you both understand the chirping and calling and kind of noises being made. They're not actually birds. They're not actually animals that you normally hear. They're humanoids.
They're
humanoids making bird noises.
Humans making bird sounds.
Are you whispering that or saying it way out loud?
There's humans making bird sound. But like Grog, like whispering is really just like him yelling too. You know?
Do you
He
think
just puts
it?
his hands to his mouth.
I think it's an ambush.
Oh,
Do you
boy.
think we would mess him up if we start chirping back?
Can I
And then I start
hide?
chirping back.
Alright.
If he says that, can I like try and hide?
You can certainly try. Give me a roll.
Okay. What's my hide? Wait, hide isn't in this one. Okay, that's a 15.
Okay.
By the way, I realized Grog should be rolling disadvantage on stealth this whole time because he's got heavy armor on.
And also a cowbell.
I rolled for stealth like once or twice.
Oh yeah, sure, but we'll do that in the future if Grog
I think
survives.
Grog is going to start hitting his cowbell really loud and saying, "We mean you no harm."
Okay.
Oh boy.
This is all
I'm
a
gonna hold
great
tight to my
idea.
master for a second.
Wait, did I?
Don't hurt me.
Sorry, what?
I was just gonna ask if I actually hid, but I
You
don't
don't
think
get to
you'll
know
tell me.
But you're attempting.
You think you're hit.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. So,
Sharp
calling
man.
starts to be.
Split it down.
Are you guys gonna keep walking forward, or are you guys just standing there?
I'm gonna approach him.
I'm still walking
I
forward.
do want to stand anyway. Show me the order you guys are in.
I am hiding somewhere.
I'm gonna actually roll.
I'll be walking behind
Is it
Grog.
I am definitely hiding on Grog's back.
I'm gonna roll a perception to see if I can spot where any of these things are.
Or not, yeah,
That's a
whichever
9.
one. You're squishy though,
You have
so
no idea.
I'll hide.
It sounds like you're surrounded.
Oh, you don't like
Grog's
this.
like, come out, wherever you are.
I'm definitely hiding behind on Grog's back.
All right.
Hey.
So
I
out of
spy
everyone, who starts to
some
see it
intruders.
first? Because she has the highest perception, right? The passive perception. Ku starts to see eyes peering at her from a lot of places. Little, small, human-y looking eyes. Close to human, at least.
It's children.
The children of the corn.
Children of the corn. Yummy.
Does anyone else see them yet?
I'll probably be like,
Where
Grog,
she
there are
is?
eyes! Because I'm like hiding on your back. Probably like in between your backpack and you.
And I just hear that because I'm playing my cowbell so loud, and I hear there are flies, and I'm like, I'm gonna clean out the backpack when I get to it.
No, there are eyes! Like, see, I spy.
We're not going to die.
I spy eyes.
I'm gonna
Grog will continue to trudge forward, oblivious to the eyes around.
Okay.
see if I can see those things.
Although,
Ooh, I think I might have.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 17 plus something.
Yeah, that's good enough. You start to see them too. As you start to look at them, those ones like vanish, but you start to see other ones like pop into vision as well. And if you stare at them too long, they actually hide as well, and others appear.
Creepy.
I'm gonna just bolt out to here. I don't think I'm gonna hang around to find out what these are. I'm gonna run with my mastiff as fast as I can after Grog and possibly even past
You
him.
run while you're on your mastiff.
Yes. The mastiff. I tell the mastiff, get up!
Grog is.
Where are you trying to go? Back the way you came?
No, I'm
You're gonna
That's a
do
very
a
smart
trap.
decision.
Okay, so I think Grog's gonna, now that he knows that there are eyes like the 4th time she told him, he's gonna go and try to say, hey eyes, hello, we mean you no harm. He's still playing with a really loud bell.
So they probably can't tell. Alright, Pearl, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh
Like this.
Also, Josh, you should roll a performance check to see.
11?
They roll performance check to see how they're digging my tomb.
Do your performance check, roll it.
That would have been like a 14.
Okay.
Would have been?
Well, I don't have his character sheet, so I'm going on memory here,
Oh.
off of his bonuses, but I'm pretty sure he had a +4 on performance.
Fair enough.
Because he was
He did
proficient,
have proficiency, and he was. So it's at least +4, if not +5.
and I rolled an 8, so.
Cool. So,
You will be spared.
Pearl, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Disadvantage.
these dice are not doing me. Oh, so can we just say an 8 because I doubt I'm gonna get the nat 20 on my second roll. Come on.
What a bummer. You get actually, you trip. Your mastiff slams to the ground in an awkward position, and its paw seems like it's been doing better. Its leg's stuck into the ground, but it lets out this like pained yip.
Oh, buddy, no!
You slam onto the ground, and you're aware, sort of, that your mastiff has stepped into a pit trap, an incredibly small pit filled with spikes that are preventing it from leaving, and it's struggling a bit, but eventually just holds incredibly still in an awkward position and kind of whimpers.
Oh, buddy. Okay.
Grog's not crying. No tears.
You know, the chattering kind of stops, and you guys go up there to them?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
I need some help getting me dog out.
What kind of pit trap is it?
Yeah, can we...
Yeah, about 2-3 feet down, wooden spikes
Oh
that have
my.
been dug into the walls.
Oh my.
And one of those is through her dog's foot.
We'll have to amputate.
No.
I'll get my axe.
Let's not do that.
That's terrible.
Could I try, like, kind of undoing that? I don't know what kind
survival
of
check.
survival. Yay.
Man, I'm glad I'm not doing that. I have horrid survival.
23.
You do. It's not actually that hard to get out of. It's just if you're in it, it's really rough. And so you're able to get the dog to not have a spike in its leg. By the way, what's your dog's HP?
I don't think I have HP for it.
All right. Well,
It's
for the
dead.
foreseeable future, its movement speed is halved.
Okay. Can I pull out my needle and see if it works on dogs?
You can absolutely try.
Okay.
While she's doing that, can I try and look for more traps?
You can absolutely roll. Give me an investigation check. Now, for your needle, it does twitch a little
Oh
bit.
no.
But it doesn't like leap out and do anything. Do you want to actually like start trying to poke it?
Yeah, I guess I'll bring it closer and touch
All
it
right.
to the wound.
Give me a hit dice roll.
Hit dice roll. Which is gonna be a D8.
Don't kill the dog!
2.
Okay. The needle kind of does some quick like slithery moves through it. Then returns. It doesn't heal everything. Remove 1 hit dice from your hit die
Okay.
amount. And yeah, your dog seems a little better and seems like he can move normally now.
Okay, I'm sorry, buddy. We won't go running in the woods anymore.
I got a 9. I don't see
So
anything.
Grog's gonna yell at the eyes and they're like, "Are you happy now? See what you've done."
To the poor puppy.
He's gonna charge him.
Oh no!
I have
Charge who?
named.
Eyes.
I
They're
have,
everywhere.
Shoot.
I
The
have
nearest ones?
Yes.
They're almost equidistant.
Well, are they in the houses and stuff? Like derelict houses?
These are small shacks built from the ruins of houses.
Okay, so are they in the
And there's
shacks?
also bushes and trees around as
Okay,
well.
so they're in the shacks
Mm-hmm.
and the bushes and the trees.
Yep.
Okay, can I run at one of the shacks?
You can absolutely run one of the shacks.
I'm definitely gonna be like, wait, no, this is a bad idea!
Okay,
Look what happened to Bronx!
Grog runs at one of the shacks, points inside the shack to anyone who's present and say, "You come take responsibility for what you did."
You're gonna like the noises change and now there's like this kind of cackly sort of barky
Oh,
noise.
yeah. Oh. Cackly barky noise.
Yep.
You think it's funny? You're making it worse for yourselves. He's gonna start like hitting his bell on the doorway, like gong.
You slam into it, roll an attack, roll a hit.
That is a 5.
5?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You smash the door in a bit. They're poorly made. The door goes in, and kind of you catch a small glimpse of these smaller, sort of pale gray kind of people.
Do I see it too?
Little pale green people. Gray people.
Little gray man.
It's sort of green in the wrong light, and they're the ones that made the noise. They seemed a bit like surprised at you, those ones, but they actually start to like retreat, and some of them just start like kind of just disappear into corners and cracks, and you see there are actual tunnels into this house.
So how big are the tunnels?
They're like a foot across,
Okay, so too small for
a bit too small.
Way too small for.
My head might fit inside.
I don't know. I don't think.
Alright,
I
well
think
this
Burl could
seems
probably fit if she wanted to. But I don't
pointless.
think she's going to.
the guys, there's little furry people that are laughing at us.
Little furries.
Yeah, I think we should just work on getting out of here. Maybe not
Alright.
rushing it.
Well,
They're not asking for help or anything, so
what?
Yeah.
might as well leave
Yeah.
them to their things.
Alright, good luck with what you guys got going on. Sounds like you got a lot going for you. So
Please don't set any more traps.
we're just gonna leave and don't kill our dog.
No, it's not really my dog, but yes.
Don't-
I'd appreciate.
It's the dog of the party.
Yeah.
It's our mascot.
I've named him Bronx.
I thought the
Bronx.
mascot was
Yes.
Burl.
Why is Pearl the mascot?
It's just the mascot or mascot.
Because she's the smallest.
Our mascot's mascot. Just
Because I'm adorable.
Alright, we're gonna keep going
Out
from
of-
here
out
to
of-
the town.
Pity for my dog, I'm just gonna walk
Well, you're going away from
I'm
the
gonna
town.
ride
You're
him
going into more
for a
these
bit.
hovels that are sort of just built around the road.
Okay, so there's more of them?
And there's more trees, and they get kind of worse, and they get kind of weirder,
Okay.
and they start to put in like just raw like wood, and there's a cave or two nearby, just in the ground, just these burrows.
Okay.
As we're walking, I'm gonna kind of be looking for like holes and traps and
I
things.
see.
I'm looking for treasure.
What you got here is your traditional groundhog problem.
All right, everyone,
Alright,
roll
clean
me
this up real
a
quick.
investigation check. Who's searching for things?
13.
Yeah!
We're all searching for meaning.
That's a 22.
14.
Okay. 14.
I don't know what I'm searching for.
Okay, fair enough. Then you're not searching for anything.
Okay.
You really ought to be specific about that before things go wrong. Anyway, so you discover a couple more pit traps on the way.
Cool.
They're actually pretty cleverly hidden for extremely simple technology. There's very small, like, sort of sets of like leaves and a light sprinkle of dirt on it that makes it look close to the path or the leaves on the side. But you can kind of get where they are now. There's like 7 or 8 up ahead, just in the
Cool.
road.
I'm definitely pointing them out.
It's a
Okay.
tarp.
And yeah, you guys keep going a bit, but there's only more eyes and there's only more noises now. It's just getting more and more.
I don't like this
Guys, I
place.
feel like this is getting worse rather than getting better. So
Well-
River's bright idea was to go through the hamlet was not.
We wanted adventure.
We're just in the forest
Well,
next to the
I
hamlet.
think it's pretty clear they got Warren. So we'll mourn the death of our lost companion. Okay.
I wonder what
silence.
Warren would have done.
What
I bet Warren would have just gone around.
Warren would have been like,
Warren went around.
Warren would have seen the eyes. He'd be like, I am not
Nope,
going
that's
through
a nope.
that. And he'd
I don't think.
just-
I think she wouldn't have even gone into the hamlet.
I think we're
she'd
still
take one
going.
look at that
Can I,
place and be like,
can I attempt to communicate with them?
You can absolutely try.
Yo,
Uh,
yo, furry peeps.
what are you trying to do?
Just trying to bond.
Persuasion, then, I guess?
We're not trying to.
Yeah, you're trying to persuade. Give me a
Sure.
persuasion check.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, he says.
That would be a 2 plus probably not very much persuasion because Grog was not a persuasive person. Probably like a 3.
Okay. Well, I mean, you had okay charisma, didn't you?
And
He had a lot of
it was
intimidation.
plus 3, yeah, so it would have been a 5. But yeah, if he was intimidating, it'd be different. But he rolled a 5.
Fair enough.
Persuasion. Persuade him.
You just get the sort of the cackling barks again. Only this time there's maybe a few more of them.
Alright, guys. I think they like my voice, so I'm going to attempt to communicate to them through song.
I was gonna say you should serenade your candle as we walk through. Maybe.
Yes, so he will attempt to communicate through mimery and song on his cowbell.
Oh my gosh.
Alright.
It's a bit out there, I know. That's a 16.
Not bad.
And mimery and song.
Very nice, very nice. So you do manage to communicate, and
They hate you.
no, it seems, it seems like there's kind of a stillness now. There's just light kind of chitters and stuff.
Guys, that's the secret. They stopped chittering as much. We're just going to dance our way through this.
But you do occasionally hear light cackles. They're just not very, they're not the same barking
Everybody.
ones, they're just more light ones that are...
Dance walk your way
I
through
mean, I
this.
have great persuasion, but I can't think of.
That's only my
What
performance.
my
is
character would
dance
say.
walk.
Well, Grog is going to dance walk his way through this.
Fair enough, I suppose.
I'll
Walk
follow
the whole
after
way.
you, but you can dance. walk.
I'm like
I'll follow after you.
legitly still hiding in his back.
Oh, who's that?
I'm just walking.
As you guys go forward, eventually you hit a point where
This is
there's
great, too,
sort of a
because I don't have
side. There's sort of these, this ramshackled gate thing across the road. And there's this sort of like, it's not the most impressive thing, but it looks like, these sort of small humany things are kind of manning this gate from the eyes peering through it, and there's this ramshackle stuff, and they're just kind of just manning the gate. There's this sort of there's a hole in one of the walls of this gate, sort of house wall thing across the road, and it looks like there's sort of a place where you can put things, there's like a jar.
Alright, I'll go up and I'll put it in
Like
the
a bowl.
gold
Does
coin.
it look like we're on the inside side of the gate or the outside of the gate?
From your side, it looks like you're on the outside of the gate.
Oh
Hey,
no.
Koo, I think I saw something shiny in there. You should go get it.
I'm gonna do a perception check.
I'm already going up to
You're
put
right.
in a gold coin into the jar.
Yeah. Wait, was it perception or investigation?
I think it was perception.
Either way, it's the same
Well,
one.
if you're just trying to see what you see, then perception.
11.
If you're trying to find things, it's investigation. So, all
It's the
right,
same number,
you see most of what you've seen before, although
but nothing shiny.
there's nothing shiny in the bowl except for the gold coin that Burl just put in it.
Okay.
Steal the coin.
I'm gonna be like, liar.
Or we'll go last and we'll take the coin as we go.
Seal your fate that way.
So
that was a
and
Grog's,
kind of
like,
like
whisper
sort of
voice.
the bars of the gate are kind of like lifted, and the bars are actually just wooden stakes. There's just a whole bunch of long wooden stakes, and you kind of see eyes peering at you from in the gate. But yeah,
Okay, so the bars are up, but there's still a gate.
they kind of pull one up, so at least that Burl can get in.
I'll go in with my mastiff. Be like,
Alright.
and I'll just kind of.
You totally go in the gate, and the moment they can, they throw the spike down behind you.
Okay.
I'm gonna blink through.
I might ask.
Do you have a clear vision?
What do you see?
I'm just gonna reach in.
Is it
Oh, sorry,
like
go ahead.
just stakes?
There's a whole bunch of stakes in the way. It's not a clear vision.
Really?
So
I
you-
can't see through it?
There's a row of stakes, and then there's a row of stakes behind that and behind that.
Oh, so it's like solid.
So it just blocks your vision pretty well.
Oh, okay.
It's not necessarily
So
like
Grog's gonna try picking up the gold coin that
Impenetrable.
was Burl left in there, and then lifting up and then putting it back
there's a
down.
lot of angry noises.
Okay, that's not. Guys, I didn't solve the door puzzle. I'm sorry. I thought I had it beat, but guess not. I'll put a gold coin in there.
Do you put the gold coin back that you took?
I'll put both gold coins back.
All right. The angry noises kind of end, but there's kind of like there's still some murmurings going
I'll
on.
put another gold coin.
Okay. The murmurs kind of slow down. There's sort of this grudging silence.
I will put one more to my lips, and I will kiss it into the air.
Okay, so now there's slight cackles.
Is the door open?
Yeah, they pull up some spikes and yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go and squeeze through.
As Grog's going in, can I try and steal the coins?
You can go in. You can go in to do that. But
From the bag?
There's just like this hand that reaches out from Grog's back.
With like
From the underneath,
as you
of the
take
table.
the
No, it
coin,
would be with your
Wait,
mage hand.
isn't it a sleight of hand?
It would be with your mage hand.
But she's trying to.
With my mage.
she's still hiding behind me. Again, so
Yeah, I'm still in
on my
his
backpack.
bag.
okay. Well, if you take
The
them,
rogues gotta catch me.
you did take them before he got to the gates, because there's like 5 or 10 feet.
Oh, is
between
the
it.
bull not right by?
Not
Oh.
right by, no.
Alright.
But you
They
can
were
still
born
do mage
yesterday.
hand.
Yeah, I won't risk it then.
Grog's just gonna take 4
I thought it was gonna be right by
No,
the...
you
Grog's
should
just
do
gonna
it.
take 4 more coins from his pack and just like put them in where Koo is and just keep walking. Like bribe Koo to not steal stuff.
You're giving me 4 coins?
Yeah.
I don't think you need 4 coins.
Oh, there were 4
I don't
coins
think you
in there.
want 4
There were
coins.
4 coins in
You get any more coins, you might be encumbered.
I'm gonna kind of walk,
It's a ton of gold
follow.
you have on you.
I'm gonna follow behind him.
No.
Sorry, what?
I'm gonna follow behind him and be ready to like how deep is this thing? Like, would I, if with it partially opened, if we were to start shutting, would I be able to blink through?
You probably could, if you want to try.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna follow him through, and if I notice, like, if I feel like it's gonna close, I
The
want
hard
to try
part
blinking.
with your vision is now that Grog's in the way and
But yeah,
Grog and
that's
and
true.
Kuer, it does kind of make it hard as well. But I'll give you a
Yeah. But I'm not gonna try and blink if they're gonna let me through.
Do like an insight check to see if you can see a hole.
They'll let you through if you put a coin in the jar.
I know, but there's like
We got a
there's
1,000
like
on the last time.
there's like 10 coins in there now. We're like
I'm not doing
overpaying.
anything with yours anyway.
There's
We got
literally
more
four.
than enough
There's
to spare.
4.
But like he put like 1,000 coins in there.
No, he put 4 in there and then bribed me with
But
4
I'm-
more.
I put one in.
Total of my 1,000.
Okay.
Grog put
Okay,
in 3.
okay, fine. I'll
There's
put in
4 in there.
I'll put in 1 gold coin.
Okay, so as Grog and Ku go through, stakes kind of rise, and as you go past the first 2, then the first one shuts again. As you put your coin in, they'll open them up so you can go through as well. Everyone kind of gets through fine, and on the other side, you notice it's almost an exact duplicate. It's sort of the other. It looks like the same kind of version. It's like the symmetrical opposite side. So you kind of see, more eyes sort of staring, but maybe not as many. And yeah,
Okay, so
you guys keep going.
we're out of creepy territory now.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
So it's like
Keep
just
going.
like a tree and
Ourselves back over
trees
here.
and stuff.
Yeah, trees on the side, the sort of shanty hovels and structures start to disappear as you guys keep going.
Okay.
And then you kind of went by, and that was an experience you had.
Yay!
Drives our way through another adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is that money solves all your problems.
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna stay sitting on your shoulders. Like, climb out of your bag and just sit on your shoulders as we keep going.
Grog's like visibly encumbered because of how much gold Kua. Like Kua by herself would be fine, but like the amount, sheer amount of stuff
That you and her are carrying is
Kua and he has is just too.
Yeah, but you're half orc. You're super strong.
I am super
He's only half
strong.
orc, he's not a whole orc.
I'm definitely gonna eat my 2 garlic while I'm here.
Oh, no.
That's my girl,
Oh, no.
don't think of it.
As like she eats the garlic, it's like too much for him, so he starts like going down on his knees and he's like
Do you want one?
like on all fours.
I don't think that's
like,
how gravity works,
No, it's just like the stench on top of the.
Oh, ooh, yeah.
No, on top
That's
of
fair,
the-
that's fair. I'm totally the one.
It's just like too much for him to bear mentally.
Do you
so
need
I respect
me
that.
to carry some weight?
He's like, yes, please take
Like, take the little one.
the little one off my head. Take the stinky one, please. Oh dear. Somebody needs a change. That's what.
You're like, somebody needs to go to their daddy for a change.
All of a sudden, now I'm thinking this looks kind of like a family. It's like you got Grog and Darky, and then you got these 2 little like.
I'm the actual child, too. How old is Ku? Like 200 something years old?
Jeez, I wrote it down. No, I didn't. She's somewhere around 100 or so.
I'm only
She's old.
I'm the actual child
She's-
that's 13.
She's older than you think, but younger than you
Also,
also
the oldest
think.
one among
Yep.
us, right?
I'm the youngest, yeah.
I don't think
Oldest.
Warren was a little. Warren was 65 or something. You were like 45.
I thought she
Oh,
was
yeah,
something. Yeah.
Huh?
So Warren's actually the oldest.
Okay. So we
And is
continue.
also a human, so yeah,
So we're continuing down this
definitely
path.
the oldest.
I have many years of life
Yeah,
ahead.
you continue down the path.
All right, we're pathing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, here we go.
Oh wait. we're-
Wait, am I on your shoulders now?
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, want my other garlic?
Sure. Is it just like a
It's
piece of
just a
garlic?
clove of garlic. Yeah.
I've eaten a clove of garlic before, and it's spicy.
Yes.
I have not.
I'll try a bite,
Path.
eat it, and then give you the rest of the clove.
Cool, I'll finish it. Anyway.
Okay, we continue down the path.
Yeah, you guys do. A lot of trees, a lot of nature. You know,
I like
no
nature.
creepy eyes anymore. No more gatehouses.
Okay.
But you're definitely well out of any town, and you're starting to like see sort of weeds, just all these incredibly thorny weeds that are starting to appear. They're small bushes, but they just so nasty, and you see these sort of blasted landscapes nearby, just raw dirt and sometimes rocks.
Mm-hmm.
None of the plants seem to really like those very much.
Nakia's probably feeling at home.
I like the mountains, but this is fine.
Yeah. And you guys keep going, but the sun starts to get low. It's starting to get towards night. What do you guys do?
You think we should probably set up camp?
Sure.
I assume that we're gonna take rounds.
My night vision, I don't know the difference between night and day, so just...
Well, I think you would. Your night vision doesn't show color.
He's got bad eyesight anyway, so it's like totally seamless.
Oh, you.
No, okay. So let's set up camp. Alright.
Do we have someone on watch?
Sure.
This will be fine.
Does anyone have any dice?
Cute.
Because we could just
Wait, I
roll
have a dice
to see who
proficiency.
goes on watch.
I assume that we break up watch, but yeah.
Grant will take first watch. He's
Okay.
feeling pretty
Guess we don't need the
energized
dice
after
today.
his musical day, so
Okay.
been very...
Alright, Grog's first watch. Who's second?
I'll take second.
Okay, you're second. Who's third?
I'll be.
I guess I'm last then.
Alright.
You're
Expect
young
the
and
next
spry. You can get up early in the morning.
Expect the next watch
Okay.
at 2 cowbells.
It kind of burns down. You guys kind of prepare for rest. You roll out your bags. You try to find some form of cover. It doesn't seem like it might rain tonight, though, so that's nice.
Yay!
Yay, no rain.
All right.
Except for the reign of Grog, who is on first watch. He puts on his crown. He hasn't been wearing it up till now, but now he puts it on.
All right. It's actually rather uneventful for Grog's watch. Occasionally you begin to hear the chirping and crickets and, sort of night animals making their noises. But nothing really happens.
That was impressive.
That was actually pretty good.
Okay.
And so Grog's time comes and goes.
And he rings the bell twice to signal a second watch.
What? What's good? Oh.
All right. Next is Koo.
Yep.
Koo's watch.
Watch it well, Koo. And then he collapses immediately.
Okay. So Koo,
Oh, no.
during your watch,
Oh shoot.
you see a couple more of those
There's
eyes,
a fire.
kind of, in
There's
the darkness, just kind of watching. They get
Just
pretty
watching?
close. Yeah.
I'll probably wave at them.
When you do, a lot of the eyes sort of disappear again into the bushes and trees and things around you. And that's that.
Cool.
And then also,
Also.
that seems to be most of what happened. But, just sort of uneventful other than that. Next watch is Nakia's.
Yes.
Okay, Nakia.
Greg briefly wakes up from this nap, ding the bell 3 times and then goes to sleep.
Oh my god.
No.
The
Again, waking everybody up in the party.
What's going on? Who's attacking?
This is the first time we've traveled together a long distance.
So Nakia, during your watch,
Oh no.
you kind of hear this sort of
That sound.
kind of slithery noise, and you hear small branches snap. So everything goes silent.
That's sketch.
And so far off there's this sort of soft of just snapping twigs and maybe an occasional leaf crunch because it is autumn.
And Grog purring like a kitten as he sleeps.
I cast light on my staff.
All right. You can see around you. You don't see anything that would stand out, but you do hear, and you do hear perhaps a few less snaps, but they're still loud. They're just slower.
It's like a cat when you catch it, and it's like, if I move slower, it won't see me.
How far away is it from me?
I'd
Would
say
you
about
say-
30, 40 feet.
30, 40 feet?
Yeah. Just off into the forest. Through some trees and brush. Hard to see that way.
Actually, what I'll do, is there any stick or something on the ground by me? Because if there is, then I'll cast light on that and then throw it at it.
You'd have. I don't. Can you cast light on 2 objects at once?
No.
Okay.
I would dismiss it and.
So cool. You can do that, and you throw that, and there's not really a response for a while. You see the light just kind of giving these weird angles and shadows all across the forest, and suddenly you kind of hear this sort of faster. Away
It's
from
gonna
you.
be Warren.
Rapid.
Okay. Keep going.
And whatever it was disappears back into the forest. Didn't seem to like that very much. And that's the end of your shift.
And then I dismiss.
And then
When we begin, can I add in a caveat really fast that I feel like Warren would do before he departs? So the well that we climbed out of after it collapsed and y'all got yanked down,
Totally
is that
still
full of
be
water
warm.
again, or is it still an empty well?
Should we think about it?
it's pretty
Thing
empty.
that saw in the night.
But seemed like there was some kind of water down there as well. And people didn't seem too upset about
Can't
it.
listen to 2 people at the same
Okay.
time.
So probably before he left, he grabbed some amaryllis flowers from the market and
Okay.
tied some coins around them and tossed them into the well.
Oh,
Because Yala was kind of, when things started, the person that he was starting to bond with, which is one of the reasons why he came to town, was that he was kind of looking for some type of relationship of any kind. And then she vanished, and then she came back, and his friends tell him that she was evil. And she was kind of the person that he had actually had a conversation with more than everybody else, so he's
Yeah.
confused and he doesn't know what to feel about it.
Oh,
So
poor Warren.
he has a very small memorial.
Warren's going through.
That's
cute.
a small memorial. A very tiny curmudgeonly memorial. It's very old. And then he spends a long time thinking about whether or not he wants to go with you guys, because you're kind of the closest things to friends he's had in 35 years. But also, you guys are going on another adventure, and he hates those. But
But
eventually he
you
does
also said that
decide.
you were going to go to Brunnogardt eventually, and you've heard lots of great things about Brunnogardt.
Yeah, there is
We are
the-
headed
Some
to
Brunnogardt
Brunnogardt,
are as great as those of the old Dwarven Empire in their pride.
So he
So-
weighs things, but eventually he does.
It seems like a life experience. Like, you go there, and it's almost tourism in an age where tourism doesn't
meant to do
exist
it that
very
way.
well.
Okay, that's all.
Just
That was all that Warren did.
Well, Warren, during the final shift of Ku's waking up, and it's kind of half awake probably, you should stumble upon the camp again.
Burl.
Who's waking up or am I waking
I
up?
hate your names. Anyway, so, Burl, you're on shift, because everyone
Yeah.
else is on their shift.
I'm
But
on shift.
Warren kind of stumbles onto the camp, knowing that you guys were going to head towards Dornmura, and get a look-see before going to Brunnogardt. They probably didn't tell you that they were going to go into it, because that's madness and suicide.
I
Never
assume
asked.
he's tired. I assume he hasn't slept.
Probably not, no. You went scouting, and you're well aware of the goblins that they just passed. You're surprised they made it past at all.
I didn't leave them any advice, any notes, like, there's goblins.
It was right by them just a couple hours ago, and you were well out of their range by then.
Okay.
They didn't attack us, and we didn't attack them.
Hey,
There's a dog.
you're finally back.
What are you still doing
Goblins are
awake? We're
pretty
supposed
intelligent.
kids are
They're also
supposed to be
super
in
shy,
bed by
especially
9.
around stones.
Well, I did volunteer to take the force shift, so it's my turn to watch.
That makes sense. Kids are up at like.
But you know, I'm
Five
so
in the
glad that
morning.
you're here and volunteering because I'm still kind of tired, so you can take my force shift and I'll go sleep.
What? No. And he he pokes at you with the toe of his boot a whole lot. Like, no.
Girl's just going to
What?
insist
No.
on staying down.
Oh, this is adorable.
She has more willpower than he, I'm sure, so he ends up like sitting there like, ugh.
That depends how interested is Warren into kicking kids, because this could go on for a while if you
Okay.
go on.
So do I wake up then and find Warren just chilling?
I'm
Kicking
not
a kid.
chilling. I'm making my misery very vocal.
Alright, well, so, I mean,
I'm gonna throw a rock at you.
You get to sleep, and All right, the next day is kind of here. It was kind of the last part of the night anyway. People are starting to wake up. It's pretty early morning, but Warren, you're super tired.
I assume I have disadvantage on a lot of things because I haven't slept.
You don't have exhaustion 1 because you haven't slept. And that's pretty rough.
I could die from this.
So you have disadvantage from ability checks. So just so you know, whenever you try to like use your perception or investigation, you're a bit tired and it's hard to focus.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
We all wake up, we're like, oh, Warren, you're back.
He's like, yeah.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Wake up. Have you heard of the High Elves?
This is definitely an Elder Scrolls reference.
What does everyone do when they wake up anyway?
That's what I say, but it was from a dream, so that's what explains it.
Grog's gonna like groggily wake up. That's what he does. That's why they call it groggy.
That's fair.
The coin for him.
Any rituals or behaviors you do?
I get up, I'm like, oh, hey Warren, it's you.
No one prepares for the day.
I'll check my dog and make sure how his leg is doing.
Grog has one ritual that no
Probably
one else
eat.
is allowed to see. He goes out into the forest every morning, and you hear cowbell, but you don't see anything, and then he comes back.
Okay. Alright.
I don't think I'm gonna comment on that.
It's probably normal by now.
I'll probably be like, hey Grog,
Warren pulls
Where's your
stuff out of
cowbell?
his bag
What?
because he's a ranger.
Where's your cowbell?
He has
Right
that.
here.
Well, you've been on your own for a while looking for it, so yeah.
I'm gonna try and reach
I'll
for
let you
it.
have it.
Well, it's got that.
Can I touch it?
It still has that voice on it where
Can I touch it?
whenever anyone tries to steal it, it like starts talking at them.
Here goes stranger danger.
So
But that's probably what Koo's gonna do this morning. Is like, can I touch it? Can I
Grog,
touch
like,
it?
swiftly puts it away in a secure location.
She's definitely gonna climb on top of you and try and find it.
It's an.
You're
It's,
being
'Cause it's now a
accosted
game.
by a midget. What do you do?
It's a way to start the day.
this is how we wake up.
I'm also going to steal some food from your bag and eat it as I'm trying to find your bell.
I'm gonna cast that spell to make all the food in my pack scream as you eat it.
Okay.
Adorable stuff.
So
Would it continue after
Earl,
you've chewed
you
it
have a
up?
hurt mastiff.
No, when
yeah.
you chew it, it starts to lose its power. So it
Yeah.
grows fainter and fainter.
They got
It would be funnier if it just stayed
his leg
screaming.
did. They got my needle to heal him a little
Look,
bit,
there's
but
rules here. Your own ability to create magic, which people don't think they have in this game, but they do, interferes with spells after you've consumed things usually. That doesn't usually make it safer, it usually makes it more dangerous.
But it would be funny.
Probably.
Lauren,
From like her stomach.
being a ranger that has opted to befriend animals, notices the mastiff that is injured and comes over to investigate, like, what happened to him.
he fell into his spike pit trap and he had a spike impale his leg.
She made him run into a trap.
Yeah, that was my. We were trying to run away from the goblin things back there.
You tried to
but-
run through the goblins
Yeah.
and ignored the fact that they probably leave traps to hunt food with.
Oh
We
dear.
didn't know they were goblins at the time.
They were just creepy eyes, and I was
True.
like, "Yeah, I'm getting out of here." So I
But
told
knowing
them
they
to
were
run.
goblins would not have saved you. Your knowledge was totally not important for that
I-
situation.
Well,
I
Warren
feel like
goes
when-
ahead and casts Cure Wounds
Maybe you guys should be
on the
better.
little guy, on the guy, and that's 7 plus whatever my spellcasting modifier was. I'm pretty sure it's Wisdom. No, or is
It's
it
probably
Dex?
at full hit points now. So
Yeah.
I doubt it would have more than 10.
Well, I was investigating him. I don't know.
Okay.
Is he still hurt?
He has 10 points of health back.
He's still got some scars and a little bit of a limp, but he's walking at normal speed now because of the needle and because of the healing. But he's at full health now. He just still walking off the injury.
Oh, okay.
Warren very sleepily is like, don't be careful how you treat your animals. Do like me and carry them in a side bag that they hate all the time. And never
That's what I do
send
with
them
this
to
one,
do
and I pick
anything.
Pooh up and like put her in my bag. And, like, keep
Me?
walking. Yeah.
You put me in your bag.
I put Pooh in my bag.
Maximum animal safety.
And then I
The
pat
cat-
you on the head for
the cat
safety.
peeps
And
out.
then-
Peeps out from
Yeah.
the bag, preening like.
She's probably gonna see it from your back and be like, "Can I pet your cat?"
Pretty safe to assume the
I
cat's in
don't know
charge
that
now.
the cat will let you pet it. I can do a sleight of hand.
Alright, we're going to embark.
I'm in the bag, so I can't do it.
We're going to embark.
Alright, everyone. Get
Embarking.
up. You're gonna head towards Dornmura.
We have gratefully eaten some not
Dornmura.
screaming food. I have.
Only my food screams when it's eaten.
I'm gonna definitely eat some more since I'm in your bag. We're setting off and we just hear the crunch.
Help me!
Okay.
Help me! Oh
Alright,
no!
you guys
I'm
keep
definitely
going.
playing with the food as I eat it.
Okay. So we're heading off, yeah. Who's taking the lead?
Okay.
Who is in Grog's bag?
Is this
Grassland? Always taking the lead.
You were actually passing through mostly forests. Yansithia is also known by its other names as the Dark Forest, because most of Yansithia is covered in this almost impenetrable dark woods full of all sorts of abominations and monsters. You're still at fighting monsters.
It's not much, but it's home.
Grassland is actually my area of expertise. If it's not grassland, I ain't going first. Somebody else's.
Well, fair
Grog is probably going first.
Well, get your grass and gear, and let's.
You know, there's
party out.
there are some occasional meadows and stuff, but not too many.
Okay. That was beautiful.
Carry on.
Right. As you guys keep going, there's eventually you reach a point where you start to, you see these people up ahead. They're kind of just sort of bickering on the road.
Okay.
Nothing like a good
Are they
roadside
just
bicker.
normal people?
There are about 7 peasants. Yep, 7 common folk. You can tell they're peasants because of their tools. One of them's carrying a pitchfork. One of them's got a stick that used to be a hoe. One of them's got a scythe that's been rebent so that it's upwards instead of the side. That's actually a quite common thing historically, but
Well-
you guys probably don't know that. Interesting.
Burl wanting to be part of the common folk type class will go up and try to communicate with them.
Okay. You head on up, and as you approach them, you start to hear what they're bickering about. Anybody who's got the highest? What's your passive perception?
It's 12.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, good.
Who gets it first? They're arguing about livestock. They're arguing about problems. They're arguing about what they're going to do, and they're really, really really grumpy. Incredibly so. But as they see you and hear you, they kind of like hush up on that front a bit, and they sort of gather on the roadside a bit. And you guys keep going towards them?
Yeah, I'll go up and I'll
Grog's
just.
gonna be like, look, goblins. He's still figuring people out.
I'm a hunker down in his bag.
One's a person, one's a halfling.
I'll approach.
Is there
him and
one
just
that's a goblin?
Try to
Grog is definitely pointing at the halfling when he says goblin.
There's one short person that looks suspicious, but other than that, yeah.
Okay.
be. So I'll just approach them and try to be friendly as possible and be like, "Hello, how's it going?
Hello, fellow peasant folk.
Hail and all that.
Hello, friends."
It's not going so well for us or
to
for
all
you.
of you.
Not for me either. Why?
Not for you. This road's a toll road now.
Oh, great.
Well, us and the goblins, eh?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, we had to pay some tolls to get through here.
this is really eating into my 1,000 gold I just got. Wink, wink.
Pay no mind to him.
He does not have 1,000 gold. Do not raise the toll.
Except for the half-orc that have 1,000 gold on this road.
I know, right?
I think you're crazy.
I'm definitely hiding in his
They
bag.
do think you have money, they just don't think you have 1,000
Grog's
gold.
sitting there
Right.
like this.
I mean, who has 1,000 gold?
That's like, oh,
I know,
like-
it's
Let alone
absurd.
1,300.
It's,
you shouldn't let me talk. It's like 0 social skills
Look,
here.
so, do you know what's we're just traveling down trying to get to Dornmura.
Hi, if you keep going this right way, you'll hit it right past the village or two. And, yeah, can't miss it. It's miles and miles of thorns.
Is there anything that we should be aware of? Like, we weren't anticipating the toll road back there. Is there anything you could tell us about the path up here to the place?
is the road. You want to get to Dornmura or by Dornmura. I don't know why you'd want to go to it. But if you want to go by Dornmura and cut the shortcut, it's going to be a little more gold.
No, come back.
Or at least, he's kind of make the money gesture.
Okay, nothing against
So there's
you
a
and your
little
money-making
toll.
scheme, but what's stopping us from going around you guys and then just keep
Oh,
going?
it's about a pitchfork in your face.
I mean,
one of them makes a gesture.
Okay.
He seems not like he's super good at it, but he does look like he's spent years farming, so he's actually pretty muscular.
Let's see.
Oh, so they're also a toll? They're not just talking about the goblin toll?
It looks like they're talking about their own toll as well.
Well, Grog's a lover,
Maybe
not a
they give the
fighter.
goblins ideas.
How much is
That's
it going
the
to cost
problem.
us, my man?
That's about 2 gold per head.
2 gold per head. Well, there's only 3 of us here. three adults and 1 child. What's the child rate?
Child, 1 gold.
Okay, so that's
It's
7
a
gold.
halfling
That's
too.
not
It's like half a person.
Half a pint.
The kind of halfling's a bit grumpy at that.
Alright,
Well, you know.
Grog will fork over the 7 gold.
Okay. They take the 7 gold and okay, enjoy your stay.
You as well, sir.
Yeah.
Alright, well, because
Wonderful, good transaction.
I
here.
want
Yeah,
to.
keep careful of the force, though. It's been messy.
Okay.
So.
messy how?
I'll let.
Define messy. Messy
Well, our
is a
lifestyles
straight
are
word.
gone.
Oh boy.
He's like, go to the village. Just no end of complaining there.
Okay.
Just up the road.
So as these guys all pass by, I'll stay behind. There's 3 of them here?
There were 7 dudes.
7 dudes?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think I want to split this. I will offer,
One of them might be a goblin. It's hard to tell.
Missing the
Or
dice.
just
Yes.
a really ugly gnome. Again, hard to tell.
Yeah, there's also a halfling, though.
No, I'm not.
This one's
He's like a
represented
cousin
by a
of the
frog.
goblins. He's like goblin. He's like a
Goblin.
goblin.
Oh goodness.
They're actually
Gerblin.
not related at all. We're just mistaken for goblins.
Well, I will pull out the silver ring that I took from Radomir's, and I'll be like,
Oh my
you guys
gosh.
can split this between yourselves.
You fail as a.
Pleasure doing business. One of them takes the ring and is like, sorry about the toll. It's just there's no other income here.
I totally understand.
Gonna have to leave here eventually. Just where?
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
Yeah, convince the wife and kids to leave here.
yeah.
Might as well go in the woods myself with all these livestock going missing. Go missing too.
We just left from Brunnogardt. It's not a bad place, you know.
It's alright.
Anymore.
Yeah, it was kind of scary when we got there, but it's better now.
I'm sure that like Brunnogart's full of city folk.
Yeah, the city folk are great, but where you farm?
That's true. That's true. Well, I wish you all
All
best
I
of
know is
luck.
farming. I can't farm in their town.
No, I guess not.
And the mountains aren't good for it either.
No.
All that stone is too rough.
That's true.
That's offensive.
I wish I had more to offer to you guys, but I don't know that I can do much for farming.
You're rough, man.
But I do wish you all the best of
You're
luck.
a good kid. One of them rubs your head a bit.
Oh,
No.
You're like, get out of here. You know,
Alright.
can't consort with us low lifes.
alright. Take care. I'll let
You're
you
gonna
know.
come up to her and Koo's gonna be like, "You're dead to me." You fail as a
Do you
thief.
know that she's lost the ring?
Probably not.
Exactly. That's all that you need to know.
Can we all just take a minute and be proud of how Grog maneuvered through that with only 7 gold?
You actually did quite well,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
actually.
I pretended like she didn't exist and that she was a half person.
I was
Grog's pretty.
I was
proud.
wondering
That's a
if
bit
you
more
would.
intelligent than I expected
pretend.
you to be.
No, see, Grog's been learning from all of these shady low lives he's been doing. So
Low lives,
That's
yeah.
funny.
yeah, he's
He's
learning.
been watching me play cards
Alright.
with people.
Well, so
Either
as
that
you
or
guys
Koo was
kind of go
whispering the whole
by,
time. There's
you see, like, you kind of smell death on the air for a bit. Something's died and there's just kind of rotten a bit.
a red sun
The
rises.
smell of
It's-
death.
You smell it anyway. You all probably smelled it at one point. Just some animal that's died and starts to stink.
Or
Just
your
out in
own
the wilderness.
parents.
Well, it's like when you pass a skunk or something, you know, you can smell it forever.
Oh.
It's like that, or like when you see a deer and it's dead and it's just rotten. And it's like,
no,
it's the
did you do
worst.
that?
But we can't see it.
Oh,
You can't see it, but in the
I'm
flesh,
sorry.
you smell it.
Sorry, guys.
And, you want to do anything?
I'm probably gonna be like, hey, Grog.
Besides blame Nokia for farting?
Hey, Grog.
Yeah.
Do you want to play Find Where That Weird Smell Is Coming From?
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Don't you dare point at me.
Just in case.
Okay, let's play you point me where to walk and I'll walk.
I'm gonna point him to where I smell it.
Give me a survival check.
Oh no, I suck at survival.
Oh,
I'm so
that's a
sorry.
pity, isn't it? That's how the game works, though. You roll back.
Yeah, 16.
Hey, not bad. You kind of point him off to what is basically north a bit. You know, just into the thickets and trees that way. And, yeah. Seems like you're downwind of it from that direction.
Tally ho.
Are you still wearing the crown?
I was gonna say,
Yes,
do
I
you
am
have
wearing
to-
a
Fair
crown.
enough. And, so, Grog, you head on off. There's a bunch of kind of trees and things. It's not exactly, like, obvious. There's no, like, you know, dead thing hanging from the branches or anything. But, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Unless you want to roll for survival.
That would be a 11.
Do you want me to
no.
roll for investigation too?
I see an 11.
Not unless you're searching for it with him.
She's with me. Yeah.
Oh, you are.
I'm in his backpack.
All right, give me
Like
give me an
Banjo-Kazooie
investigation
style.
check. That's fair.
That's a 12.
Whatever pops out.
Okay,
not
that's
much
one
better.
better than his.
Grog and Cooey.
You guys kind of
Like Banjo-Kazooie.
takes you a bit of time, but eventually you kind of
like
stumble
doing
upon
this
this
one,
carcass.
Carcass?
This is part of a cow. Most of a cow. It's missing some parts. The point is, this cow, this carcass has been absolutely mauled and bitten into and chewed on and
Grog can't
dragged
look
around. It's
Grog can't
pretty beaten up.
Grog can't look at the cow that's dead. It's an emotional time for him. He's got very many friends who are cows. This is an emotional blow. He just hopes it's not someone he knew.
Who's probably going to be like, the townsfolk we're talking about, their livestock going missing.
Let's see.
And now it's dead.
Dragged
we
around,
must
huh?
stop.
Beaten up.
Did you follow?
I am going to follow. I'm gonna come along. So he does. I'll do an investigation check. Let's see. That would be.
Well, what are you trying to figure out? Because
We're
you
trying to
followed
figure
out-
them,
looking at the
and you
body.
found what
How
they found.
exactly
I'm just
the thing
waiting.
died? Like, what exactly has
Give
been
me
happening to
survival.
it?
Unless you want to do like survival will be what you know.
So,
Okay, so that's 15.
Okay.
And maybe I try and figure out how long it's been dead.
Some kind of predator. You can tell there's teeth marks. There's specific things. This cow was killed and dragged away by a predator.
more goblins.
Gerblins.
It's not that common for predators to drag away their prey.
It's well, some prey, but you do know there's quite a few organisms that would into the forest, especially away from like a human settlement, where they'd rather eat in peace.
Okay.
Seems like they have an extermination problem.
Can I tell how long the cow has been dead?
Yeah, you can. It's been dead for maybe 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, hence the smell.
I assume that you can't track it.
I might be
Whatever
able
the
to.
animal predator is. I sure can't.
Let's see if I can look over. Actually, that's a good point. I mean, that's a good point.
Alright, give me a survival roll, because that's tracking.
Or that's nature. But survival is better, so I'll go with 18 for survival.
Fair enough. Just tracking in specific is survival, but like trying to figure out like how, you know, like the natural order of things, that's more, you know. So survival and nature is sort of interchangeable for this case.
Fair enough.
You see kind of prints, but they're not like distinct. Kind of weird, unusual. They're not really like directly like, yes, it's that animal. You don't get that. But they're not really predictable, and they've been here several times, and so you could go in any direction almost. This carcass has been revisited a few times.
And it has been mostly eaten, you said.
Mostly eaten. Seems like no tracks are fresh here anyway.
Well, they said
Some
they had
weird tracks. Can't really place them.
They said they had a problem with their livestock, and this is their livestock. So we found it, and we can tell them we found it.
Yeah,
Well,
we can
they-
continue to the village and
Yes.
see if we can find any more clues.
They know it's been that their livestock's gone missing, but what has been killing it, I think, is what we need to figure out
That's
before we
true.
go back.
That's true.
Wait, did everyone follow us into the forest? I don't even know.
So,
Well, I would assume after you've come back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Grog's still picking up some subtleties of common, and he only thinks they have one livestock, and that's this one livestock.
Oh goodness.
The plural is not quite translating, so he's like, "We found it. We're gonna tell them."
We found the livestock.
Pretty
dead.
sure they want to know what happens to the
That's true.
livestock. Alright, well, let's keep going then.
I bet you it was that creature
What-
that tried to
whatever the
kill us
heck.
in the night.
Whatever in the heck is
Oh yeah, that
out
thing.
killing
that I
cows. I
haven't
don't want
told
to
That
kill
you
anyone
them.
haven't
about.
told anyone about.
okay. So you guys just head back to the road and keep going.
I'll
Yes.
tell you
Yes.
about the
Alright.
thing. Like,
You
oh
guys
yeah,
head
there's a
on
thing
and
in the
you
night.
eventually come across another hamlet. This
And you
one,
didn't
however,
kill it?
has people in
You
it.
didn't tell
And
us.
isn't all, ruins, so it's an actual
Nobody
hamlet.
asked.
Just like the guys up ahead said.
To be or not to be.
From down the road said.
We assume nothing happened because you didn't wake us up.
They seem
Yeah.
kind of haggard. They seem
Ran
kind of
away.
like
I
they're just
scared
eyeing you up a bit, but
You
there's
scared
not
me?
like any
with a light.
direct hostility. They're just
It's good to know.
you can tell they're all just sort of like had pretty rough days and things.
And I will be like, "Fair citizens, we have found." I still have the crown on. We have found your livestock.
I'm just gonna put like a hand up and walk away like I'm not associated with this guy. I'm going over to
I
find a
think it's
shop or
backpack
something.
and I
The
just
people
face
don't
palm.
seem to react much to that.
We found it. It's over there, and it's dead.
They're all dead. That's the problem. This sort of guy just kind of hunched by the door of his house.
You seem like a sort of guy to me. Just sort of though, not all the way.
He might be a halfling. Don't be racist.
That was being a little racist. Well, he's still trying to figure out all these things. They're all very confusing. The races are all very different. Okay, so is there an inn or a tavern or something?
Who do you think you are? Where do you think you're traveling?
Do you
Dornmura?
not see this on my head?
I can see you're wearing a cheap piece of
Can I try and steal the crown off his head?
He's actively paying attention to it. I don't know how well that
I'm
It's
literally
very
pointing to it
difficult.
right now.
Roll sleight of hand with disadvantage.
It's just to be funny.
Okay.
I assume that's gonna be the worst. 7 plus 8 is 15.
That's not good enough. Not for him paying attention. You have to get over 20 for that. at
That's
least.
fine. So I'm like, grab
His
it.
head like reaches out from the backpack and starts feeling around your head.
Grab the head and like slowly put it
Crown? You aware that it's reaching for your crown but not long enough to get there? What do you do?
No, I just did. I grabbed the head and just like slowly put it back down.
Down.
All the villagers see is his hand come out of the backpack.
You hear giggling in the backpack.
It's like, strange. Whatever it's
Now,
like.
enchanted backpack, you all have them. I get it.
He's like, well, I mean, you can stay in town. There's a couple
Okay.
people who'd be willing to have you kind of in the camp in the front. I'm sure.
No,
Pay
no.
good copper, silver.
Well, he's patronizing the locals, and we're gonna go
Literally
see
patronizing.
if there's somebody that maybe I can just strike up a conversation with, if they might know anything about what could have been causing the death of that cow and all the other
What are you trying to
livestock.
find out?
The
Just
death
try
of
to-
the livestock.
Yeah, just try to.
None of the people
None
know.
of them
You
know.
spend your time talking to them. They're just like, oh, horrid things in the night. Probably wolves. Wolves are huge forest wolves.
Yeah, there was a thing that was walking up to us last night.
And
I scared
now
it
you tell
away.
us? And now you tell. And we turn on Nokia. And now
It would
you
have to be a
tell
real
us.
bad time even in the forest for them to bother our town, though. They don't do that normally. It's not like they do up north.
Well,
I don't know if there's much we could do about wolves. I mean, I've got a mastiff. You can maybe try and scare him away.
well, villager, have I got a deal for you?
Oh no.
All right, we happen to be pretty amazing adventurers here, and we could defend your town for the small price of 7 gold pieces. I know you guys don't have a whole lot around here, but I am willing to bet that if you scrounged it together, you could come up with 7 gold pieces.
This is the start of the
Specifically
end.
7 gold pieces.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm willing to, defend you guys for a night for 7 gold pieces.
He's like,
Just one night,
we
bro?
don't even have 7
we
gold here.
could put a permanent. Well, I'm pretty sure you have 7 gold somewhere. Pretty darn sure if you really look inside your heart.
So you know that the villagers would probably come up the road back to town, and they haven't done that yet. So he's like, "What do you want?"
So
Just some bad
we don't have to come up with it right now, but just know that at the end of this,
He's like, defend yourself." Ouch.
fine, I'm leaving. Okay, I see how it is.
Well,
He
Burl,
learns about extortionists and bandits.
Burl having the brave trait and a mastiff, and on the current common knowledge that it's probably wolves, and having a mastiff, would be willing and be like, hey, well, I can try and watch over your livestock tonight and see if I can't
There aren't
scare
any
off.
left.
Oh,
It's a
well.
bit too late.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that's what they were saying.
Warren,
Do you
leans
want us
over-
to help you at all?
Warren senses her thoughts and leans over and he's like, I don't think it's wolves. Those tracks were weird. I know wolf tracks and I don't think those were wolf tracks.
Okay, well, they don't have any livestock anyway.
Well,
True, I
Doesn't
guess
sound
not.
like they want help.
Are they hurting people?
Well, we've seen some people go by. Not seen again.
I haven't
Lost
seen
in the
Greg
woods.
in a while.
But, you can't really say it's the same all the time. There's a lot out there in the forest anyway. You can't really just say it's the same thing. It could be. Could not be too. Could have more than one problem. Who knows?
Well, fair villager, you have twisted my hand. Out of the nobleness of my heart, because I'm wearing a crown, and that's when I'm noble. We will defend and avenge these cows that were so brutally slaughtered.
We will avenge this cow.
No one,
He's
no
still not
cow,
aware.
no cow should go molested in this fair land without Grog defending it.
You guys all kind of hunkered down because it was getting towards nightfall anyway. It was just a long trip. Pretty uneventful.
Okay.
Just boring road travel. Ugh.
Okay, Warren.
Playing I Spy.
I assume that we have, mooched somebody's barn off of them, and Warren is up in a loft, passed out, face down in some hay.
Do we take same watch schedule?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, take him forth again.
Grog dings one bell very loudly.
Okay.
Should begin the first watch.
Okay.
I'm out of your pack now.
Okay, good.
To sleep.
I'm glad that's been established.
He's not using it as a
Those
sleep
little details are important.
They are, aren't they?
Is there hay in this barn? Because if there is, I'm gonna
no.
stuff.
You changed the
Yes.
music.
Hey,
Because
there's
I'm
hay.
gonna stuff the cowbell with hay.
We'll choose a different side.
yes, there's
You
hay
can
in it,
try
but
after
I'm
you
sleeping
pry it up
on
like cold
basically
dead
all of
hands.
it.
Well,
Well,
when
you're
I
not
wake up.
dead.
He's sitting there, and you guys see him like a lone silhouetted Grog keeping first watch as he slowly strokes his cowbell.
You guys are so weird.
Yeah.
This may be his last night on Earth. Okay, he's trying to.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that though.
He's not supposed to know that.
He does not know that, but you can feel
But the
it.
death of the cow has shaken him to his core.
It's true. He could feel nervous.
Still
for-
talking about the steaks he's eaten in his life that he doesn't understand.
Oh my gosh.
Connection between-
He doesn't know that they're cow meat.
Oh my goodness.
This
That's
poor
funny.
snowflake. Anyway, so everyone else is asleep,
Yep.
but Frog, you begin to hear it. You begin to hear howling.
Oh.
We are in a barn, right?
Somebody else howl noise.
I can't quite do it. I haven't practiced my howl.
Okay, I hear howling and and say it must be those wolves they were talking about.
Yeah, you begin to hear a bit more howling. Must not be one.
There's multiple wolves. Are they getting closer? Does the sound feel
They are getting very close. People still stay asleep though. It's odd.
Well, can I wake my people up?
You could definitely try.
Oh no.
Cowbell!
This is my final smash.
This is what he lived for, and he starts pounding the cowbell like there's no tomorrow.
Okay. So you begin to bang the cowbell, and everyone here is woken up roughly and does not have any of the restored stats.
What? Oh.
None of you guys got a long rest from that.
That's
So, but
okay.
you still have basically a full long rest anyway.
I
So
wasn't
Yeah,
injured
we're fine.
anyway.
you're
Does she
fine.
still have exhaustion?
Yeah, you still have exhaustion one. That's okay. You'll be fine unless you stay up another night. And
Poor
you
Warren.
begin to hear like the howls kind of cut off for a moment while you start banging the cowbell. So everyone's awake now, but none of them have heard howling.
What's going
What
on?
happened? Is it my turn?
There's howling of wolves.
Stop the banging your cowbell.
Wolves, plural. More than one.
Okay.
Are we wanting to hunt these
Quiet,
things?
they won't know. Just shush. They won't know we're here.
I thought we were gonna go kill them.
It's game time, folks. It's our time to shine. Let's do this thing. Some sort of inspirational coach like speech.
Okay.
Like locker room speech, like
Yeah,
we may
wolves.
be small metaphorically
Except for two of us. He's like metaphorically, except for you two.
I am very small.
and literally for three of us. Maybe less so for him over there, but we may be small, but our courage is large, and we've stumbled through a great many things at this point
Let's stumble through more.
without dying, except for a couple times. We got this.
Yeah, I died that once.
All right.
And then charges out the barn door.
He yells. He runs out the barn door.
You're late.
Instantly gets mauled.
Like out of nowhere, a wolf just tackles him.
As he does, you start to hear it too, though. You start to hear howling. There's a lot of howling. And there's enough that it's actually starting to shake the barn you're in.
What?
Oh wow!
I've seen this one, guys. They're gonna blow it down. Gotta get out.
It's gonna be like a.
We want to
Oh, jeez.
I will warily
It's not
walk
made out of
out
brick.
on my mastiff. And
I'm
just-
a walkout but hide.
Where?
I don't know, outside.
Okay, where outside? You exit the barn. There's sort of a small road that's like two houses down an alley back to the main street that you came from. There's so there's two houses on the side. There's the forest behind you, and a small grazing fields nearby. Where you hide?
Behind the barn door,
I'm actually gonna leave.
in a place where I can see the forest.
I'm gonna leave the
Still.
dog inside the barn so he doesn't get hurt again.
Okay.
Warren stays with the dog.
I'll look out.
I'm just gonna be in here. If anybody gets a target,
Here, let's
I
clear
can
the
shoot
map.
at it from the safety of the inside of the barn.
Grog is charged off. Grog, you know the howling's coming from where the forest is.
Grog runs into the forest yelling, "For Bessie!" And then like,
Truly
You guys
an
don't
animal,
know
a unique animal.
you guys don't know who Bessie is.
That was your love.
That's never been proven.
It's only been
Alright.
implied.
There's a lot of howling still, and it's coming from perhaps a few more directions, and now you actually hear someone scream.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
This one's from in town.
Where is it
dear.
coming from?
In town.
Like,
Insane.
can I hear what direction?
It's from further into town and to your left, sort of back the way you came into town.
Yeah. Well,
We
go
better
in that direction.
Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, we go in that
Alright.
direction.
What about Brock?
Goodbye, Grog.
Hey, no, what about? Well, somebody's gonna Grog! And you guys go up over here. I'm like, it's just not supposed to split the party! I've learned this!
He splits the party one more
I'm
time.
coming to.
One last time.
The mastiff can stay in the barn.
Which way are you going?
I'm coming with you.
Okay.
I don't like to be left alone. Safety in numbers.
But you won't be alone with the dog.
We hurry into town. towards the sound of the screaming. Are they still screaming? Can we
Wait,
define
are you
which
following
house?
Grog into the forest or
The
us
scream's
into the
gone now.
town?
You guys into the town.
But you do hear yelling, and you do see torchlight, and you do. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening that you're just not seeing
Okay.
anymore. But the howling kind of sporadically goes off and on, especially sort of around the town. It's starting to come from other sides now. What's up? What you gonna do? Keep going down toward back where you came towards where the scream was originally.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go to the crowding area.
Towards the torchlight.
Yep. All right. You guys kind of run that way, and you see a couple of the guys who accosted you, and charged you money to pass. They're actually really shaken, and they've got like someone with the throat ripped out, just leaning against the wall, and this lady's just been totally ripped to shreds. She's definitely dead.
Magic hands! Darn
And these guys are like yelling and arguing, and they're like, they're getting things together. They're like pointing out. They're like telling like, who's this? Why? Like, they're kind of like planning things, and they're just kind of yelling about stuff. And some of them are kind of quiet. Some of them are kind of overly into it.
Probably like run up to them and be like, where did it go?
Hey guys, what do you need?
Back into the forest, of course.
Ugh.
Bloody things.
Well, let's go.
It came into the town from the forest and went back out.
Well, came in, and we gave it a nice bit of torchlight, and it decided to leave its prey behind.
Are there any more?
You can hear them. They're everywhere.
You should gather the village into one shiny, torchlit spot. So
He's
that
like,
it doesn't
I'd
come
be
back.
nice, but we have no idea who's left.
Okay. I start
Guess we
knocking
start
on doors and
searching.
like, everybody get out!
All right.
People.
You managed to get some people out.
Get
People are like.
I assume we're doing that too.
I'm
doing that
I'm
too.
probably. I
We're
don't know.
going
I'm
to gather them. There's a blacksmith shop, small house, but it has sort of a large chimney. It's kind of defended a bit. Probably has tools. There's sort of a nicer, maybe a bit larger house, sort of a village elder style thing.
Yeah, that's right, there's no tavern. I was gonna suggest
Wherever there's
I like
the most light.
blacksmith idea.
They're both pretty bright.
Then the blacksmith.
Okay, we
The
start
blacksmith
escorting
has some
people.
fire and stuff that they could have a forge and things. It seems like a good place for it.
Yes.
Okay, we start escorting people
I'll
in.
probably be talking to the guy like, hey, what do you think we should do? Do you think we need to have like some sort of guard around this, I guess, group that we're doing? I don't know. I can fight, so
He's like, yeah.
I can help if you need.
He's like, well, he's not sure what he's doing, but he's also very like, just. He's like, you stay with the people. You make sure they're safe. He's like, well, we figure out what we're doing and who's left in this town. This is, you get a sense
I wonder
this has
if it's
never
a
happened
werewolf.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Anyway.
said that people didn't really
So,
die.
they're
Somebody's gonna get some silver weapons then, because I just got rid of my silver ring. I can transferring silver pieces at them.
I have 2 silver flower coins.
Nice.
good luck trying
Is
to
that how
find
werewolves work in the game?
We just chuck it at them.
So you guys,
I have 2 silver spoons.
but it changes. There's no more howling in a certain part of town anymore, and it's starting to just get more around you and less far off, distant points. And sort of this last house.
Okay.
Nobody's heard anything from Grog in a while.
What are you guys up to?
Grog and Burl
I'm-
are together.
I'm trying to find where Grog
you went with
is.
Grog?
without-
Burl ran
Yeah, I
Grog.
ran after him.
Oh boy.
I was
Goodbye,
like,
Burl.
"Grog, Someone split
It's
the
been nice knowing you.
Well, all right.
Wait, where's Burl? Where's Grog?
You saw where I
They
went.
went off into the forest.
Oh,
now.
right. Yeah, I forgot
Nobody
about that.
followed
Sorry.
me.
Except
It
for
was
me.
heroic.
I followed after
Yeah,
you.
bro
He
followed.
didn't see you follower.
But I didn't know you followed me.
Yeah.
Do you think they should be
He
back
was a
by
bit
now?
slower than he was, but
No.
he did follow.
Okay.
So you left your dog?
If they're monster
Yeah, he's
hunting,
in
then
the
no.
I guess
And
that's
it's
true.
Grog.
Yeah, that's true.
It has to
This is
be
just a little bit
with
exciting.
her at all times.
I don't think we've had anything this exciting
with
since
the
the
group in
portal.
Okay, cool.
We're all.
So group of 10, you guys
I
get
guess that was
more
only like 2
people,
days ago,
but
so-
that's like everyone you can think of.
Everybody that responded to all the knocking on the house.
Yeah, you're beginning to just hear it all around you guys. You guys kind of bored up because,
Oh, those are mine.
you know,
No, you're good.
the walls are still shaking a bit. There's just a lot of howling, and it always ends with this sort of sick gurgles and coughs that kind of sound really gross and kind of wet. Anyway,
Shouldn't we be out looking for these things? We could probably
But we
take
need
them.
to protect the townsfolk too.
They should be safe
the
in the
guys who've
light.
been bringing everyone back they can, eventually they're just like, you know, we've got everybody, we just don't know, we can't find these houses, they've knocked here, they've knocked there, and one of
You
them's
can't
gone
find the
missing.
houses?
No,
Did the houses
they
move?
can't find people in them. They've like been there and there's nobody there, and there's like broken doors or broken windows, or people are just gone or torn to shreds.
Don't worry about them right now. Worry
Depending on
about
which one's worse at the time. It seems.
don't worry about them right now. Worry about who's still left. We can worry about them later when we
go
get the
look for
chance.
monsters. You guys have to protect everybody else.
Okay, so you guys agree that we should be out there trying to pick a
He's
fight?
like, hey, if you leave, I'm closing the door. I'm not letting anything in.
Okay.
We're just
We
gonna
still have
hold
to
up,
find.
survive this night.
I need to find my acolyte. And I guess just Grog as well.
We can swing by the barn and grab the
Right.
mastiff as well. He's probably safer in numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys,
Just
you
leave your
guys
dog.
kind of
in the
leave, and it's like kind of a tense, like later, you know,
Okay.
sort of thing. Like, but they board up. There's nailing. They're doing everything they can. You guys head back to
Stay
the
safe.
barn. The dog's there. It's very scared and very sad because it's been left alone.
Right on my back, dog.
I'm sorry, I was left with the dog and I left him. Oh boy, does he come? Do I have to roll an animal handling check?
Yeah, give me an animal handling because you're not this established owner.
Be nice to my dog.
Alright, so it's a 13.
Man, you left your dog behind. Don't play
I
that.
wanted him to be safe. I didn't want him to get
So that's a
killed.
13?
Okay, but if it's killing
That's good enough
humans.
to kind of convince the dog that's seen you and kind of knows you to come with you for a bit, especially because it has no idea where it is really, and it's looking for its owner a bit. So
Okay.
waiting for them to come back. So, you know, you seem trustworthy enough.
Okay. Which way did Grog and
Well, you're the
Bull
one
go?
that can track, so.
Oh, right.
Being
just
a
second.
ranger, that's nice.
Oh, that wasn't good. So I just managed a 9.
Somebody,
It's
I'm
torchlight, you know.
Somebody, I'm
Very
sure.
chaotic.
Make sure you have a
salvaged
light.
the Grog ran off, or they could at
Me?
least call
Yeah.
out.
Oh, I lost
I guess I could have a light too.
I can
Give
also-
me a stick. I'll cast Prestidigitation.
I cast light on the stick that I gave you,
Oh, but I can also cast Prestidigitation.
but I cast light because it's bright.
Fine.
What is?
But you can do it on your Prestidigitation.
Oh, okay. I'll dismiss it
things.
and cast light on my staff.
Yeah, do it on your own. I got this because I can light fires and I can light things.
So you guys
Where did my phone?
kind of rush into the forest. Warren's doing some crazy cool scouting. Burl and Grog, let's go
Which
do
is,
for a
you know,
little bit. Okay.
Ooh.
I only rolled a 9, so like we get lost.
Burl, you
frequently
can't
and have to
exactly
find
find
our way
Grog.
back.
Grog disappeared into the forest
Grog!
in the direction of tons of howling and,
Oh,
you
dear.
know, all sorts of things. What do you do?
Well, she kind of wants to find Grog, but she also values her life, and she doesn't want to do stupid things like Grog does and run off into the middle of danger.
Hey. So what is your plan?
You are lost in the forest.
I'm gonna
You kind of are.
try and
It's
back.
the middle of the night in a strange forest,
I'm gonna try and.
surrounded by howling wolves.
Oh shoot! I'm gonna try and backtrack and start calling out for my dog in hopes that
All right,
they
give
will
me
hear me.
give me a survival check. 'Cause this is definitely a survival skill.
12?
It's Interesting. So you managed to try and figure out a path. You think you're following one that you came from, but it turns out it's a deer trail, and you've kind of gone off in a direction a bit. You're not exactly where you were when you originally started.
This isn't good.
The idea for calling out for your dog is a good one.
Yeah, I was trying to call out for the dog as well as I was trying to backtrack to see if maybe he could hear me.
Yeah, you yell out, but all you are starting to hear is a lot more howling, and you seem really close.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
But, yeah. You begin to hear it from around you, and, yeah.
From far away, a voice enters your mind of climb a tree.
I don't know if it would help any, but alright, we could try and climb a tree.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check. I'll let you do acrobatics. You know it should be athletics.
There isn't in athletics. Oh, there is.
That makes an 18.
Don't devalue strength characters there.
I just
That's
couldn't
the
see
one
it.
thing.
I couldn't
It's
see
all
it.
we have.
18?
Gosh
18.
dang it.
Yeah.
She got an 18.
Not bad. You managed to climb a tree pretty well. It's not the biggest tree, but you're fine, you think?
You think?
Alright.
Grog.
Kind of the howling peels off of you for a bit. And
Breathe a little bit.
and we'll go to you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys
Oh no!
you're following, you're trying to find Grog.
Yeah.
Grog and Burrow.
I
Okay.
only rolled a 9.
You get kind of stuck around places, but you do eventually encounter, or at least you stumble upon where you think someone's going, and Burl, you see your friends just sort of stumble into you.
I'm really like, I'm up here, guys!
The dog is very happy to see you.
Yes, I'm so happy to see him too.
Where's Grog?
I'll shimmy down the tree and like go up to my dog and hug it and jump on it and be like, oh, I feel so much safer.
Where's Grog?
I don't know. I couldn't find him. He ran off and I couldn't find him.
Shall I do another survival check to see if I can drag him?
Sure.
I got
Right.
12 this time.
Or my,
That's-
Marginally
where'd my
better.
dice go?
Don't ask me.
Oh, it's in my pocket.
So,
Wait, I have a vague idea. What if we put out our lights? How many of us have dark vision?
I
have
don't,
Dark vision.
but I can use Ku as my eyes and have her on my shoulder.
It's true.
Why would you put out the lights?
They seemed to be driven away by the torchlights that the villagers brought. That or it was the presence of the villagers. They
Wouldn't
might
we want
come
to
us.
make it go away?
Don't we want to kill them? So that they aren't killing people anymore?
If these are really werewolves, I don't know that that's and there's a lot of them. These things are scary,
There are a lot of sounds.
and we don't unless if anybody's got
stop that,
some
you sassy boy.
strong silver some weaponry. I don't think we're going to just end up getting ourselves killed here.
But we do need to find Grog before we can do anything.
Yeah, we should find
Okay.
Grog.
You've taken a lot of time. You actually do hear a whole bunch of howling and also kind of other noises, snarling, yelling, a whole bunch of stuff. You hear a cowbell ring,
That
but
direction.
it's less of like the regular play and more like you hit someone in the face with a cowbell.
I'm going to
Oh, wait.
hope and cast message and see in that direction and hope that he's within 120 feet and say, "Are you there? Reply to this message. What's going
What
on?"
goes for message? Is it like two-way communication or you just make a noise?
Its message is it takes one action and it's like a two-way thing. So I say one thing and then he can reply.
Alright.
If he is within 120 feet.
Well, luckily he is. You get a response back, but it's indescribable pain and the roaring sound, and then you can't really identify.
Yeah. And nobody can hear
And it
what I
cuts off
said.
incredibly fast.
Oh dear.
No one can hear anything that you did.
Guys, he's in trouble.
Alright,
Well, let's
where is
go.
he?
He's that way.
Alright.
Exactly where I pointed
I
with my
will-
wire and stuff.
We out.
Charge forth on my mastiff.
All right.
We out. Magnus switches in.
So you guys run through the forest a bit. You do find it pretty simple. You see Grog has been absolutely mauled at this point. Grog's head has kind of been ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't write that. That's it.
We all look at you.
His hair's been split off. His tongue weapon is gone too. There's like claw marks all over the head, which is still nearby the body. It's just not on. And his whole belongings have been like thrown everywhere and stuff. The cowbell is clutched in his hand though, and kind of like just will not like in this position of just like this is my favorite. You know, his hammer's like actually buried into this kind of dark figure next to him. There are other things just sort of like chomping into him right now, and that's what you stumble upon.
Okay.
Roll for PTSD.
Roll initiative, actually.
Oh boy. For
Roll for
PTSD.
PTSD.
Grog is rolling for initiative.
Haha, I got the lowest roll.
What do I add for initiative again?
Did you?
or is it just a
It's
roll
the
in
initiative
general?
number.
Oh, right there. Hello.
What did you get?
6.
16.
22.
Dang.
So it'll go 22, 16,
7.
7.
6.
Oh boy. So that's Warren.
Those are probably the best thing to roll
are
on
right
one,
here? How many
It's
things
true.
are right here?
You see about 4 or 5 figures that are chomping on Grog.
Ah!
They
It has
seem
a
to be
tail.
sort of medium-large sized creatures.
Let's use these guys.
Who's using light sources anyway, by the way?
I am.
I will pull out
I'll be
a
hitting
torch.
people with my light sources.
Is that
It's my
going to be an
staff.
action?
It would be an action. It would be a full action to light your torch, because
And then
there's a lot of stuff there.
I would get another something or other, I seem to think.
You get a
Goodbye,
bonus
Grog.
action
Bonus
and
action.
stuff.
Right. Okay.
But those are not actions, just so you know.
Okay.
They're much weaker.
An action would be an attack type thing, but because I'm not
Yeah.
attacking and I'm lighting a torch. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. So, who's first in turn order?
Me.
It's
I
gonna
got
be
22.
Alright. 22, you see all these hideous things that start to like turn and sort of like kind of bark, and you know, you see another one kind of like crawling in from the forest nearby. That kind of lets out this like soft like whine noise that kind of gurgles at the end too.
I don't like these things.
Do you think it was hurt?
I don't care if it was hurt. It's gonna get
You're
even
about
more
to hurt.
All right. I cast Hunter's Mark. First thing, I cast Hunter's Mark. I get an extra D6 of damage and an advantage on certain checks. When it dies, I choose a new quarry, as long as it's been within 1 hour. Okay. So, I rolled earlier, because why not? So I got 14, so 16 to an armor class roll. Does that exceed it?
16?
Mm-hmm.
That does. Roll for damage.
Alright. 4. Okay, so that's 10 damage with the first shot. Wait. That's 12 damage with the first shot. And I get to attack twice, because I recently got that ability. So the second round is... Okay, so the second round is... The second shot is 11 damage.
Okay. Alright. You nail it. It kind of lets out this like, kind of like, incredibly angry, just sort of like, kind of snap.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a howl, or like a bark, but it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Served it right.
Okay. Who's next?
I had, what did I say, 16 or something?
16? That'll go next.
I think so.
It's your turn.
Okay. So I take the one turn to light the torch, and I'm going to, like, run at one of them, wave it. You're like, get away!
Alright. You wave and it does nothing.
I try and touch it on the thing to light it on fire.
Oh. I'll see that and I have an idea.
I see your action and I raise it 1.
Alright. Who's next in order? I guess it's
I'm
you.
7.
You're 7. They go first.
Yep.
One of them, like, just sprints forward and incredibly like unexpected speed, I guess, and just lunges for the nearest person. Who's first in the group?
Wait, who was
I
first?
was tracking, so it would probably
Yeah, it
be-
would probably.
So one of them lunges at Warren. Warren, let's see. Yeah, that misses. Misses. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
Bring it on.
Does a 16 hit you?
Yes, just barely.
Alright. It just sort of like snaps into your foot
Ow.
and kind of gives you a solid like nip.
Oh no. Oh no.
You take 6 damage
Okay.
from piercing. It just bites on there really hard.
Ow. Now I'm
It's not a very
limping.
fun place to be.
I'm all limpy now.
You're poisoned.
This is why I
for
stick to the
ever.
back of the group. Okay.
Also, make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Werewolves.
I don't know if it's yours. Hold on, let me check real fast.
Okay,
A
so
regular saving throw?
Just
Constitution. Yeah, D20 plus Constitution, that's 8.
Oh,
yeah, Constitution
Oh, wait.
saving throw. Yeah. So
You out, man.
8, and it's got.
It was nice knowing you.
We'll see. Yeah, you failed that. You know, you begin to like burn in the injury, and it starts to like kind of feel like festering and rotten in your leg where you've been bitten.
Okay, I assume I can't make any actions right now.
You make a reaction.
Okay, I cast Lesser Restoration.
isn't that a full action?
I don't. Yeah, that. Okay.
That is a full action.
Alright, I'll have to wait for my
Unless
next
the
turn.
spell said it wasn't.
I don't think so. It's one action.
Okay, cool. So next person's well, yeah. So 2 of the other ones have like sprinted out a bit, but didn't get to you guys in time. What's your what are you gonna do?
How far away are they from us?
One of them's right next to Warren,
Right.
so about 5 feet from
This
you,
one,
like 10
the
feet.
army man.
Yeah. The other 2 are kind of just behind it, in distance.
Are they?
Is that all there is, or are there
I
other
just
ones
need
that we don't know
I
about?
need to know if they're
I can tell
15
you what
feet
you
away.
don't know.
Like just for these things.
I'm gonna get closer to them so that I can try and hit all 3
Okay.
that are right there. I don't
Sure.
know how far that is, but it has to
It's
be
about 10 feet.
at least 15 feet cone. And I'm gonna like, well, first I'm gonna plant the torch by Warren and run by them, and then cast color spray.
Okay.
And I need 60-10.
I got 60-10. Where did my
That's
Bingo.
6.
Okay, so I think this is him. Or, no, this is it.
D8s and
Yeah.
D10s are very close.
I don't know, the percentage
10.
one always throws me off.
Yeah, what was it? Oh,
20, 30,
Doesn't that affect like the hit points or
5.
something?
35.
35, okay. What's color spray do we get?
Color spray, dazzling array of flashing colored lights spring from your hand. It's the number of creatures that the spell can affect. Starting with the creature with the lowest current hit points. Each creature is affected by the spell, blinded until the spell ends.
Alright, so the 3 in front of you, 2 of them are absolutely blinded by this, especially the one biting Warren is just absolutely like, the eyes are going crazy, like, and
Like they do in cartoons where they're like,
a bit like that, but mostly the pupil size. But yeah,
Cool.
Nicely done.
Okay.
you get a flash of incredibly bloody, like kind of face, elongated canines. It's just sort of terrifying.
Cool. And as an extra action, I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
Try and hide.
I assume. Well, roll for that real fast. Roll stealth. Just roll for that.
13 plus. Where's hide?
It's stealth.
Stealth. Oh my gosh, why am I like this?
Well, because 3.5 has hide as a thing.
19.
Oh, that would be.
Cool. So,
3.5 lied to you.
I love 3.5.
Rocky, your turn.
Really?
Make your
Yeah.
move.
How come?
Okay,
'Cause I like that
I'm gonna
there's more
do
skills and-
similar, like
Did
15-foot
you
cone,
start at 3.5?
but fire.
I started this campaign and my other one at the same time.
Burning hands,
Okay,
uh,
not bad.
and it's a dex saving throw.
Okay. What's the thing to beat?
I believe it is 14.
Okay, one of them fails. The other two manage to get out of the way just in
Okay.
time. But one of the blinded ones, the one that bit Warren, is roasted by that.
Okay, let me get my dice out.
They had less chance to avoid it. They were also very blinded.
I'm useful.
Dex
Congratulations.
saving throw. It takes 3d6 fire damage.
Okay.
That is 12 points of fire damage.
Oh, 12 points of fire damage, huh? So the
And then
sick,
half-
burning flesh smell.
and then
just starts to, like,
half
fill
as
the
much-
area.
Half as much on successful save. So,
Yeah. And so one of the other two wolves are just, also on fire now. Or at least what you think are wolves. They look like wolves-ish. It's hard to tell. It's really dark and they are really ugly. With that, goes to the top of the turn order again.
Alright.
Warren, make your move.
Did we kill one? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and cast
no.
Lesser Restoration on myself. Can end paralysis, disease, blindness, poisoning, deafening, or any other affliction.
Nice.
Okay.
wow.
What is it again? Lesser restoration?
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
I had that in my last campaign and never used it. I was quite sad.
It's good for status
Another
effects.
He never gave us status effects.
Interesting.
May not work.
Give me a d20 roll. Medicine check.
Well. That's 18.
Okay. You managed to kind of cease the immediate problems, and you managed to kind of remove the weird sensations and the injury from your foot, but it was
We should
real
also-
close. Like, you feel like it only worked because it was so quick. Otherwise, no chance.
Okay.
And I should also remove her
The
exhaustion.
Yeah, it does remove your exhaustion. You feel innervated.
There. It wouldn't do anything for the damage dealt, but it should help with the problem. Okay. Oh, darn it.
So what are
Okay.
you doing?
I'm attacking. Wait. Or is that
Just do
that's
your
for-
action.
Yeah,
now
that
you
was
do a
your full
bonus.
I don't think I have any attack flavored bonus actions. How about I just try a perception check and try to gauge how many of these things there are
Fair enough.
instead? That would be 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
Not bad, not bad. You notice that there are 3 of these. There's these 3. There are more from town, but you do also hear something moving as well, coming closer really fast.
About how many might there be from town?
Your
No
perception
idea.
check isn't good enough, but there's enough howling that there's at least 3 more in town.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Hopefully those
I
kill
think
people
that's
are
all that I
okay.
can do right now, having
Okay.
used up an action.
All right, next person's turn. Burl, make your move.
What about dead grog?
Can't do anything with what I knew. So,
My action.
try to go to one of these guys and light them on fire with my torch.
They're already on fire.
Are they?
All right, make an attack roll.
No, they're not.
Roll
Well,
the hit.
I shot
Roll the
fire
hit,
at
which
them,
is
so.
Oh,
casting
Not proficient, because you're not proficient in torch use.
So I can never remember how to do this.
Or at least scorching.
What am I adding? What would this be considered for using?
Use strength
Okay,
to
that's
hit.
not going to be very good.
The
6.
torch is not a finesse weapon.
No, it's not. 6 is not going to do anything.
Nope. You absolutely miss one of them. It's probably like as effective as just swinging the torch around and being like, back, beast, back.
I warn you.
All right. Now they move.
Right.
The one that had bitten Warren and is super burnt, just like immediately starts to like try and make a break for it because it's still on fire, and just starts just sprinting into the woods, making yippee noises, but also like making that sick gurgle as well. One of the ones that's blinded is kind of like messing with itself and it's kind of like upset that it's blind. It has things in its eyes that it can't get rid
It's
of.
like pawing at itself.
It claws itself for
My
2
eyes.
damage.
Nice.
Slices into its own face. And then one of them makes, in just this fit of absolute rage, decides to run forward and just snap it. Just kind of, let's see, what's Nakia? Nakia, how far forward are you anyway?
I'm pretty much next to,
I ran up. I'm somewhere over here-ish.
yeah, because I'm probably was the same sort of thing, because I had like the same cone and
One of them
stuff.
sprints at Nakia, makes an attack.
Oh no!
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
Rolled, it didn't get too high. It was a pretty bad roll from it. It's just snaps,
It's blinded.
but it mostly is just like unable to really like bring
that was the
itself to
one that
fight you
wasn't
because
blinded.
it's kind of
There were only
terrified
two
Oh,
that got
right.
blinded.
of fire that you just throw around. But it is like it is barking at you aggressively.
And also close. Very close.
Yeah, and it's also spitting on your face and stuff. It's just incredibly mad at you. It's doing that incredibly
This is
angry
the
dog
part
thing,
where
like,
you
move,
run
I'm gonna
away.
bite you.
Bark. Thank you, everybody at the table, for.
Anyway, so while you guys are busy, the thing that you've heard approaching just kind of just like tears through the thicket and just leaps onto the battlefield. This huge, just this absolute unit of a kind of this hideous wolf thing, just like kind of like sprints through. It just kind of like runs into you guys. It's more than aware of where you are, and it's just been running to get there. So who's closest?
Not me.
Looks like Warren.
Grog is dead.
He could take Grog's dead body if it really wanted to.
Yeah.
Could be hungry.
It's not into that. I think it's gonna go for Burl.
Poor Burl.
Oh dear.
And your little dog, too.
Alright, Burl.
Oh, Bronx, no!
What's going on?
Well, Burl, a nat 20 on that.
Oh, no.
So this humongous werewolf
Okay.
just like slams into you and just begins to start mauling and biting the snot out of you. Nat 20 is a bite attack on you, so let me see. I gotta roll damage.
Y'all dead.
Where's the pencil? I don't know if the needle works on myself. I don't think so.
1, 2.
You just, well, I guess it could, because it would just
It
take
does 14 damage to you.
Ouch!
7 for biting you twice, and
So I'm down to 39.
7 from
It's still not
clawing you
bad,
when
though.
it rolled really well.
Ow.
And also, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
right.
Yeah.
Another one of those.
Oh, no.
6?
The 6 ain't gonna do it.
Oh, I figured it was
This thing just latches onto you, and you begin to feel this sort of itch and shuddering begin to like slither through your form.
Oh, that's not good.
Just kind of like you feel.
We're all
really
gonna get
bad.
turned into werewolves.
It's our next
That's not
campaign.
good.
All right, guys. That's its turn, and the one that next person's turn is Coon. Coon,
I'm
make your
gonna
move.
sneak attack the wolf that is right by us.
All right, make your move. Roll the hit, I guess.
Yeah. Where's
It's
my
not paying
dice?
attention to you, so roll advantage.
Good.
That was an 1, wasn't it?
No, that was a 7.
Okay, cool.
15 plus. It's attack bonus, right?
Yeah.
15 plus 3 is 18.
Cool. So you slam a dagger, I think you're using, into this kind of wolf's neck-ish area, and you get your stealth attack bonus. So just roll damage.
Yep.
Oh boy.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We'll do it. This dagger slits all the way into the spine, and this thing goes limp. It just kind of collapses onto the ground.
Cool.
Nice job.
Yeah! I'm gonna hide again.
That one's
How
dead.
much damage did you deal?
10.
Interesting. But was it like a silver dagger or something?
It was dagger.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I'm a real good shot.
That's really cool.
He did also
I
do
know
2
what I'm
damage
going
to
to do.
himself. No, wait, that was the other one.
Yeah, not this guy. Okay.
So
know.
30 feet.
Anyway, yes, I try and hide again.
Okay.
He's in range.
Roll stealth real fast. And then, Nakia, make your turn.
Okay,
Wait, where's
what I'm
my-
gonna do is I'm gonna spend one.
You have a d20 right there.
There
I'm gonna spend one sorcery point for a distance spell so that I can
16.
cast Shocking Grasp. Even though it's supposed to be touched,
Right, you
thing makes
extend
it-
the reach of your shocking grasp.
yeah, to that giant monster thing.
Okay. What is the roll for it?
I have advantage if it's wearing armor made out of metal, which I assume it's not wearing anything. Six
Not good.
plus 12.
Oh,
I rolled a 12.
And that has to beat his AC.
Yep.
That's not gonna do it. This lightning just kind of fizzles out on this massive creature.
It's all sounds all poopy.
Basically.
It like gets shot, but it's more like static.
And you start to hear more screaming from the village.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
need to get out of here.
Oh,
And
jeez.
with that, the last werewolf of sorts, the last wolf thing, that's
I
not
assume
the
the other
huge
one
one.
ran away.
Yeah, this one's gone into the forest.
I think this one was
Dead.
killed.
That one's dead. This dude decides to leave, vacate town very quickly in the direction of the town. But moving, it's dashing, so it's well over 60 feet away now, and you guys probably don't move
I ain't
that
catching
fast.
it.
Probably.
This huge thing kind of gets up, and kind of seems to be unsure of what it's going to do.
Is it still my turn since I have a bonus action?
You can.
Jeez, what was I gonna do? I'm gonna do 2 more sorcery points to cast Acid Splash on him as a bonus action.
Alright, roll for it.
And
Does he have to make a dex?
yeah, dex saving throw.
Right? Yeah, it makes that with flying colors.
Alright.
It literally rolled over 20 on that.
Oh wow.
It manages to dodge and then sprints off towards the town, kind of where all the howling and screaming is coming from.
Oh, I was gonna try to shove a coin down its throat. A silver one.
But you do notice as it leaves, it's wearing this sort of tattered red kind of cloak on its back.
Radigan. Oh, Radigan.
And yeah, it makes a dash off into the forest. You guys want to chase after?
Yes.
But first I'm going to roll a fast perception check.
Okay.
Oh no, it wasn't very good. It is an 8 to see if I noticed that Burl got bitten.
I assume we all saw her got mauled.
Everyone saw her
So I
get
get
mauled
mauled.
and probably bitten, but you didn't see it.
Alright, you'll have to say something before I can lesser restoration you.
I think I'm a little focused on trying to get out of here first.
Okay, we gotta go.
Yeah, we do.
I'm gonna limp after you guys. Don't leave me alone.
Yep, we'll come back for you, Grok.
Gurgle, 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 gurgle.
That's true, but if all the werewolves are away from Grog, maybe there's still some good stuff. I wanted one of his wigs.
No, wait for it. We'll get it
I'd
later.
be proud of you there, though. That's a proud moment for Q on that.
Like,
Finally.
what does that prove?
Think about time you turn.
But the bell's mine.
He's getting buried with
Right?
it now.
So are you guys all going towards the town and just leaving Grog's
Okay,
body in the
he'll be
forest
buried
where you
with
may
that
not
bell.
find it?
I'll make sure.
What?
Yeah, it just feels bad to leave him behind like this.
It really does, doesn't it?
I couldn't If the wolves are gone,
we should go
There's
in
a
like.
whole village in trouble.
This is fair.
Would we want to try and not save one dead man, or save an entire village?
For WWGD, what would Grog do?
I'm not gonna be able to find him again.
I
Dang
might.
it.
I might
I'm
be
gonna
able to.
I'm
Anyway.
gonna stay here. And I'm already mauled once. I don't want to get mauled again.
That's fair.
You guys go.
I mean, she did take 14 damage.
You had a lot left, like more life than I have, right?
39, but I'm not gonna risk it.
I have 28. I had 34 to start with.
Well, then you should stay here and help me give him a burial.
No, we got people.
We
to
have to save the people.
Let you guys go save the people. I'll give him a burial and
Oh
make
my
sure that his
gosh.
stuff is in good hands.
It's your funeral.
I'm off towards the villagers.
Alright, we gotta go.
Yep.
Wow, this is an interesting
Hop on my
place.
back.
Anyway,
Zoom.
I've got my
that
mask.
said, you do have exhaustion 1 barrel now.
Oh boy. Okay.
Might help explain your sudden desire not to run towards the village.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait, are you with the body too?
No,
Okay.
you all sprint towards the village,
Zoom.
and you encounter what is basically the absolutely destroyed blacksmith's place.
Wow.
The doors have been ripped apart, the windows are broken, like, nobody here is basically done so hot. But you do notice that there are a couple people who are still there. Some of them have been pretty cut up and beaten. There's a couple of corpses of wolf-like things just around. And also there's this really weird guy who's there, and he's kind of been clawed a few times. It's a good time for your character, by the way.
He's been clawed a few
It's
times.
time! Say hello.
Say hello.
Guys, oh no! just, was he bleeding out? What did you say?
You took 1 damage from a claw attack on your arm.
Guys, I'm not feeling so hot right now.
Suck it up.
Where did they go? We're here to save people.
You me too. That's basically what I do. Just, I don't know where'd they go. It was chaotic, okay.
It was pretty chaotic. We just had a friend just
Tracker.
murdered to death.
Yeah.
Find them.
Finding the big wolf thingies.
Gonna peer around in the darkness.
Alright, give it a roll.
That's 17.
Okay, that's alright.
The
Yeah.
direction. Light my torch really close.
Okay. You see them leading out the other end of the town. There's a lot of blood, there's tracks, there's even pieces of people on the way. You can't miss it. There's
feel like we
direct
haven't really
route
saved
we're gonna
anyone.
go in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you want to go that way. That's probably not the best.
I'm ignoring him.
That lays
You're
dead.
probably right, but
Just judging from what happened here, it was not very pretty. And
what did happen here? We never asked you.
Lots of people, lots of dying.
Are you dead?
No. not that I know of.
You are in a sense, but not in a way that he understands.
I'm dead on the inside, maybe a little bit.
No, I
You know,
meant that
like, there
you've
was a
died.
lot of-
Technically, you as a player have died once already.
I'm out.
Yeah, there was a great disturbance in the force. I'm just kidding.
Alright, well, at least, I guess the 3 of us are going to try to
But you
get
said there weren't any
Yeah,
people
out.
visibly
I'm out.
alive, right?
There's
Besides that guy.
there's a couple, but they're all just tending to their injuries and just like super shocked.
Oh, God.
They're not really talking to people. They're just sort of like huddled together and kind of like upset.
I'm
Well,
out.
I've done what I can here, so I'll just come with you guys.
Okay.
Make sure you don't die too.
Have fun.
That's my job.
What if these guys get attacked again? Should we
Well,
bring
you
them
know,
with us?
I'm more.
Well, you know, we had them all in one place so that they could fend for themselves, and then they didn't. So it's their fault.
Yeah, in retrospect, that was kind of a bad idea.
I feel like it would have been
Likely.
worse if they weren't together.
That
Maybe.
I guess. Yeah.
We did what we could. Now let's go kill the rest.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys, where are you gonna go now?
Chase
I'm
after
gonna
the.
Sadly chase.
You follow them for a bit. You get to the edge of the town, and they're still going. The tracks still lead on. If you want to loot Grog, you probably want to do it before you forget where he is.
Well, she's with him right now.
I've got first dibs on the looting.
Yeah. Do you really want to like get too far from town without Burl? Or do you want to go get her and go on and then chase? Because it looks like they're ahead.
We're not gonna catch them anytime soon.
It just doesn't look that way, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
We go to the body and then we can trek.
Okay.
Lay wolves.
We find Burl again with a lot of Marco.
Burlo.
So, what race is this guy?
Pretty obvious that I'm a human. You know, just like all the other people.
How old
just
are
a
you?
normal
12?
human. No. No, I'm definitely not just 12, okay?
How old is your character?
Indistinguishable.
Fair enough.
What's your name?
My name's Bran.
Okay.
Like the muffin. Also like the guidebook. I had the first suggestion for human was Bran.
Gotcha.
Bran Normalman.
And Norman.
of the werewolf city Normalmans.
Bran, you may want to stay back and not come the rest of the way with us unless you want.
Are you a
all
Do you
fighter?
want to see a
PTSD.
dead
I
body?
don't think there's very much left for me here, so
Okay.
yeah.
Are you a fighter?
No.
What
Are
do
you
you
a
do?
lover?
Are you
Kinda. If you're asking what my class is, because that seems what you're asking.
No, I was just saying if you're like a... If you
I
can
want to
fight.
know.
So I went to school to be a cleric, but I'm not very great at it. So just warning you.
To the...
Full disclosure there.
Well, you're alive now, so you're better than everyone else, so... Let's go get him!
It's true. They've got high C, they tell me. High five him in AC.
So, I assume it's really late at night and we finally caught up with Burl, who has probably looted the corpse already.
Yep.
Yeah, what can I find?
Everything Grog had on his body.
I want his cowbell.
I would have left the
getting
cowbell
very
on his body.
dressed. That
And he's a
cowbell.
rigor mortis. Give me an athletics check.
Athletics, not
Yeah.
sleight of hand.
Yeah, you're battling the strength of Grog's last dying wish.
That's a 20.
Oh my
Was that a
god.
nat 20?
No.
Well, that's close. You
What?
You managed to pry the cowbell from his hand,
So
but you feel terrible about
Brand's
doing
gonna
it.
go up and put a hand on her shoulder and say, "It looks like he would have wanted you to have that." I'm good at reading dead people because a lot of people die around me, so I think he would have wanted you to have that.
It's not the kind of thing you want to say
as soon as
for
she
your
touches
first introduction.
I just
I told you as a cleric, I'm not very good at it, okay?
I will keep this in memory of my good friends.
It's an incredible bad luck during the course of my life.
So what?
and as soon as she touches it, it goes off. Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
He's dead though. Wouldn't the spell expire?
Stranger
This will
danger.
last for a little while.
Stranger danger indeed.
So you guys take Grog's stuff.
I've got
That's
all the
all I
stuff,
really
and I
care
will
about.
to be
It's
out.
really heavy though. It's probably difficult. You're going to be encumbered if you take
What?
any significant amount of it yourself.
Oh,
So you're probably going to want to give it to somebody who doesn't have a huge amount of stuff they're carrying.
right now I'm just carrying his bell.
Yeah.
That's all I care
I've
about.
got all the rest of it for now until I know
So
what
you're
he actually
encumbered.
does.
You are encumbered and
Yeah.
your dog cannot carry you.
I'm just trying. Okay, well, I figure
But
I'll
I
give.
do know that Brand Normalman does not have a huge amount of stuff on.
This is true. I will
left it all in
entrust.
the house when you came and got me and put me in that blacksmith, okay?
I will
I don't
will
think he had that
entrust
much
you
anyway.
to hold on to his
It's
stuff.
Not a
sounds
very
and-
good cleric.
And
I
I will.
am not.
Actually, he could be a great cleric.
very good cleric.
Vows of poverty, right?
He says that he's not a very good cleric, so probably nobody paid him for services.
It's true, but you know, you don't
Just
pay
say,
the cleric.
I'm-
You pay the deity through the cleric.
Ah.
Alright, so I will entrust Grog's items that I have looted to Bran over here.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
He was a rich man.
yeah, he was. I'll be
Very
sure
rich.
to.
You're sharing that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is. I've got first dibs on it, but I'll let you have.
It's more money than I've seen in my life, so there we go.
I'll let
wanna
you have
see
some of the
more?
money. Don't worry, I've got
I
the money.
love. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great.
I'll let you have the money, but
How are
the
we-
items.
How are we handling this? Are we building a cairn? Are we burning the body?
I think we
This
should
is why
burn
I
it.
hate adventures.
Okay,
Well, that took a turn for the
Bran is gonna cast. Bran is gonna cast. Like sometimes the character voice just keeps going. He's gonna cast Sacred Flame on Grog's body.
Okay. It's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So, Grog starts to just kind of light on fire. It's a little odd fire. It's not super red or anything. It's mostly just white.
Don't worry, guys. I got a lot of experience with this part.
And we'll just stand there in solemn quiet.
Disposing of the body. I'm really good at that part.
Alright.
I need a humanish character.
It'll take about 10 minutes to burn
she on
Grog
the
into a discernible ash.
I'm staying.
So yeah, we'll stand here
A
in
10-minute vigil for
a
Grog.
moment of
Yep.
silence. Let's get a humanoid character for Bran.
Cool.
That one? That one?
I feel like somebody I knew died.
It's got a
Oh
bug.
well.
Warren is upset. Like, he's so
This one's actually really
determined to not die that when other people die, it still affects him very much.
Fair enough.
Having one of the reasons why you left the woods be try to make relationships with people, it's also really depressing to see the people that you're trying to make relationships start dying.
That's true.
Warren is taking this very personally and very upset.
Who's going to pat your arm? Because that's all she can reach.
Okay.
The cat hacks up a hairball in acknowledgement of this momentous occasion.
I'm gonna try and pet the cat.
The cat does not.
I get
allow this.
distracted.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 16.
Grog.
Alright. So you do manage to get out of reach just in time. The cat was like waiting for it. It was like, haha, let's play the paw game. Paws and claws. Who's
Paws and
gonna win?
claws.
And you managed
Who
to
does?
avoid getting clawed, but you didn't really manage to get a good pet. It was a little like, so it was sort of like a part when
Part when she's still like, haha.
Okay.
the cat will remember this. Alright. So you guys head.
It up a little bit.
It's a good thing
You guys are
dexterity.
gonna follow the trail, I guess, after Grog is now a fine, sad ash of what
Grog,
used to be an amazing orb.
You almost found love.
And
I will gather a tiny bit of the ash. I'm sure we'll find someplace cool to put it. Okay.
and
Let us take our revenge on these werewolves.
all right, you guys follow the path, and as you do, more and more plants, more and more thorns. It starts to get more and more misty. It's early morning. The sun hasn't come up yet. It's barely light enough to see the road by. And it's starting to get just incredibly weird and hard to see anywhere except for the path directly ahead of you. And these plants start to like ride slowly on their own, just sort of in an invisible wind. Yeah. You guys gonna keep going?
I'd imagine
I guess
Burl's
so.
just slumped on her dog, just tired and hurt, and like.
Yep. Right now, your personal speed is halved, by the way.
Okay.
Your exhaustion too.
Oh, great.
You look like a little worse for wear. You want me to fix that right up?
Maybe.
That's what I'm good for.
Oh,
That's all I'm good for.
Yes, please. That would be
Don't.
helpful.
Don't burn her.
Alright, let me think through my spell book thing that I got. Cure wounds. I'm gonna cure wounds.
Okay, that would be helpful.
I can cast cure wounds on her.
Awesome, that.
Or lesser
Sorry, I'm just going
restoration.
through the things I've achieved. No.
Since that gets rid of exhaustion.
True. I don't have that though. Oh, I do.
Which one is it?
Cure. I have lesser restoration if I want.
Yeah, that doesn't heal hit points, but that
It cures exhaustion.
cures. Yeah.
Which, since she's at
So
exhaustion
those are all the
too.
things I did. So
Aren't we all?
throw them over there.
Or is it just her?
I think it's just her because she got
Presume
mauled.
death is
Okay.
one of them.
The rest of us are in exhaustion, right?
No, just
Yeah.
Burl.
Okay. I
And
thought you
you.
said everyone
No,
was.
no, you
I
cured
got
it.
cured.
You cured
She
it.
cured it with her lesser restoration.
I don't know if I actually really know that one. I'm just trying to think through. I'm not a, like I said, I'm not a very good cleric, okay? I'm still gonna healing word her.
Okay.
Healing word.
What's
Cure
the roll for
wounds,
that?
I mean. Cure wounds.
Healing word.
Healing word is a spell.
Yeah, it is a spell.
They're different though.
I have very few spells. Okay,
Like healing word, you say it and people do it, and it's pretty powerful.
Heal!
Because you can do that from like any distance.
you have to remember I'm
So you can
learning
help
this.
people 100 feet away, and it's like super broke. But
Alright.
it's also like,
It is good to have a cleric again.
healing, like.
But
cure
who's gonna
wounds
be
is
our fighter?
faster and closer,
We don't have
usually
a fighter.
stronger.
Okay, so
Cleric
that's
can be a
6.
fighter, right?
Well, I can start gearing
Or is
my
that,
spells towards
no.
attack instead of
Helen
healing.
for sure.
Maybe,
Kind of
yeah.
an archer
Oh.
fighter.
But Warren's the
that's-
one who likes to shy away
It'll
from
heal her
battle.
for 14.
Oh, cool, that's
He will
all her
buff
HP that
his
she
bow,
lost.
14.
since he can
There
do
you go.
both.
Nice. Back to full.
There you
Back
go.
to full.
Fix your
You're
head up.
still incredibly
Super tired.
exhausted. You still have an incredibly gross wound issue going on. there.
Is it like getting all yellowy and infected?
It's not really getting yellowy. It's just, even though you've been cured, it's just still itchy as heck, and it's starting to like give you that feeling of like, it's moving on its own, even though it's not. It's gross.
Skin's crawling.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it just feels so gross.
Oh, guys, I need to
And
like.
you're probably sure there's like some slobber on it too. It's just nasty all over.
Guys, I need to take a good bath soak someplace.
Good luck.
And you guys just continue travel though?
I don't know. I'm
Is
starting
there-
to-
is there, like-
morning has broken already, right?
The sun appears to have risen now, but you can barely see it. The mist here is so thick, and the fog is just dense as you keep going forward.
I don't think we're gonna catch these things. And definitely not in time to save anybody who's been taken.
Yeah, the
I
trail
think we
of
might as well
blood
take a
and
rest.
tracks leads ahead.
You want to take a rest?
Are we
I've
not
used
going to Dortmund's anymore? I'm like halfway with it right now. We're just like, where are we going?
I could use one. I've used up 3 out of my 4 spell slots.
If we want to take a rest, I'm down.
Okay.
I've only used one.
I've only used
You
one.
use 2. You use acid splash as well as the fire cone.
Well, that one's not a. That's not a spell. That's a cantrip. Well, it is a spell, but it's a cantrip. So
It's a free spell.
Cool. Okay.
You could be like, wait, guys, where are we going right now?
We're going to bed.
Where were we heading before we were going to bed?
do we know
Dornmura.
that these were
supposed to be going to bed.
You
werewolves?
guys are going to Dornmura?
Yeah, you probably heard tales of werewolves. It's not like they're unheard of.
Those
but
were
they're super rare, and they're kind of odd. And normally they're less murder everyone and everything for murder reasons. More they're just like upset and angry and incredibly hungry.
It's like teenagers.
Teenagers with natural weapons and
The one had clothing fragments on it.
Yeah. Can I look at her wound and like see if I would be able to know kind of what would need to be done at least for
give
that?
me a well. What are you trying to look for? What
Like,
is your theory? Like, what do you know? Like, and what's the basis of your attempt?
I would be thinking like, if this is a werewolf, doesn't it spread to other people and be like,
Roll Arcana check, because that would probably be under Arcana.
yeah.
You know, knowledge of magic things, like curses.
Are you doing it
5.
under this?
You're not really sure. You think that maybe she can
Can I
spread
try?
it through the air.
She can what through the air?
Maybe it's airborne. Who knows?
Yeah.
Can I
Don't
try?
breathe it in.
Are you investigating?
You can only
This
do that if
allowed?
you were thinking about it before. I'm not just gonna let everyone do free Arcana checks.
Yeah, are you doing this like aloud so that other people know that you're like, maybe there's werewolf juice in you?
Yeah, but I mean, are you proficient in Arcana?
Wait, are we
I'm not
resting?
proficient in it, but
Yeah.
one of my higher scores is
Okay.
Arcana.
So if we're resting, then I can prepare new spells, right?
I guess I was thinking
Yeah.
more
I think that's how clerics work.
in the same, not in the quite the same vein, but checking her wound to see if there's anything I can do.
Roll
help
me
it.
a medicine check.
That's an 18.
Okay. You know there are things you can do for injuries like this that seem to remain. You know, you can bed rest is usually pretty good, especially with how exhausted she looks and is acting.
I'm just like,
But also, you know, you're aware that like, oh, you can wash the wounds, you can dress it. There's a lot you can do that hasn't been done.
Okay.
That sort of stuff would be incredibly useful for you.
Can I suggest to the group that we wash and dress her wound and then take a long rest?
Sure.
Yeah, no problem. I can do that. That's my job. I got some stuff.
All right.
Got some stuff for that.
Cool. So you guys gonna do that?
Yes.
Got the good
I will
stuff.
let you do that. And I think we can leave off there for now.
Okay.